There are plenty of highlights from season 92-93, and with the first Group 1 of the season is run at Moonee Valley in August, and it was won by one of last season's best 2-year-olds.
Crazy, but King Marauding got the front at the 600-metre mark. Street Ruffian second from Alishan going forward, then High Chicago, Yachty and Grey Man. Then Durbridge followed by Dark Bow, Black Rouge and Starring and Plum Crazy. But the 3-year-old King Marauding at the 450-metre mark. Straight away 2.5 in front before the turn now. Second placing at the moment is Alishan. Durbridge from a long way back from Yachty. Then High Chicago, Black Rouge and on the inside Street Ruffian. But King Marauding at the 200-metre mark. Oh, he's put 4-5 on them now. Durbridge running home late from Yachty and then further back Starring, but the brilliant King Marauding all the way here. King Marauding wins the Manikato brilliantly by 3 lengths. Durbridge second, Yachty third. Street Ruffian, but King Marauding at the 200-metre mark. Oh, he's put 4-5 on them now. Durbridge running home late from Yachty and then further back Starring, but the brilliant King Marauding all the way here. King Marauding wins the Manikato brilliantly by 3 lengths. Durbridge second, Yachty third, then Starring.
Ridden by Philip Alderman. King Marauding's success in the...
Go to the track yesterday and see this great horse win against another great horse, Two Chestnuts.
At the 1,000 metres mark, Dom Star led about a... They're going to sprint the last 500 only. Dom Star by about a head to Shaftesbury Avenue, taking closer order. Superimpose is cluttered up between horses coming around the turn. Mobile Peter on his outside, followed by Quick Score. Super's into the clear now. Straightening up, and Shaftesbury Avenue has pinched a break on them. On the outside, Superimpose and Quick Score putting in a dash, followed by Dom Star and Charday. Dittman getting to work on Shaftesbury Avenue. Quick Score and Superimpose on the outside. Can't reach him. Shaftesbury Avenue holding them safely, and Shaftesbury Avenue wins the Warwick Stakes by a length or a little more than a length to Superimpose. Quick Score and Shaftesbury Avenue has pinched a break on them. On the outside, Superimpose and Quick Score putting in a dash, followed by Dom Star and Charday. Dittman getting to work on Shaftesbury Avenue. Quick Score and Superimpose on the outside. Can't reach him. Shaftesbury Avenue holding them safely, and Shaftesbury Avenue wins the Warwick Stakes by a length or a little more than a length to Superimpose. Quick Score third, followed by Charday.
He is a great horse. He's got a tremendous first-up record. His next run, we believe, Max, will be... Is it the Cradley Stakes in Melbourne on September 12th? Is that what you heard yesterday?
His immediate Warwick Farm was champagne racing. Shaftesbury Avenue showed, I think, a point that we've suspected for a long time. He's the best racehorse in Australia, but if he's got about a half length, the weight for age conditions of the Warwick Stakes yesterday suited Shaftesbury Avenue, made to order for Shaftesbury Avenue, were right against Superimpose, but to the end he was trying. I would like to see a return bout in the Epsom under handicap conditions, and I don't know whether the result would be the same.
See, I'm a big fan of Shaftesbury Avenue, Max, but obviously you haven't been at Flemington for the last couple of Australian Cups. Letzel Open better loosen up. I'd like to see Letzel Open Shaftesbury Avenue flatten out with about a furlong to run at Flemington over a mile and a quarter.
OK, so would I. I'd like a trick to that.
Yes. The big story was the Mimsy Stakes yesterday. Let's go to Caulfield.
And Grooming on the inside was the first to stride, and missing the start by 10 lengths. This race with about 850 to go, and Durbridge the leader. A half length to Naturalism, a length and a half Ivory Way on the inside of Peyton Gambler last of all at the 600. Durbridge being joined by Naturalism, and wider on the track is Isla. Ivory Way is just in behind them, followed by Crack and Back and Mr. Euro Star, a length and a half. A Cush Maria taken around the outside. Star of the Realm being followed by Grooming, Starring second last, and Graydon Gambler last of all as they straighten up. Durbridge on the inside being headed by Naturalism, and there to get coming down towards the 250 on the outside. Naturalism has hit the front from Durbridge, Ivory Way, and further back then is Island. Down the outside is Star of the Realm, but Naturalism with a big break with 100 metres left to go. Star of the Realm is starting to fly home when the race is all over, but Naturalism is much too good and wins it brilliantly. Naturalism won the Sky Channel Mimsy by 3 lengths to Star of the Realm. Durbridge is third. Front from Durbridge, Ivory Way, and further back then is Island. Down the outside is Star of the Realm, but Naturalism with a big break with 100 metres left to go. Star of the Realm is starting to fly home when the race is all over, but Naturalism is much too good and wins it brilliantly. Naturalism won the Sky Channel Mimsy by 3 lengths to Star of the Realm. Durbridge is third.
Yes, as Keith mentioned, a Derby winner beating another Derby winner, and another Derby winner was third. Durbridge winning the AJC. They've seen a lot of Naturalism. In fact, until yesterday, you'd seen the best of Naturalism.
Yes, I do think Naturalism, though, Bruce, has been unlucky in Melbourne, and I wouldn't say that Naturalism is going to always have that much, shall we say, space to spare over Star of the Realm.
Later. The Chelmsford yesterday. Let's go and have a look at the race, Max, and I'll get you to comment afterwards because we have a head-on and it shows some interesting occurrences over the last 100 metres. Here's the Chelmsford, Superimposed, looking quite unlucky.
Now they're picking up a little bit, and Barnya Boy increasing the tempo, got away by 2 to Dr. Grace, a length and a quarter to Superimpose, a neck away on the outside, Quick Stern. This is a battle of tactics, and coming to the corner, Barnya Boy led over Dr. Grace. Quick Score on the outside, Superimpose on the fence as they turn for home, and Valdano last about 7 off the lead. Coming over the rise, Barnya Boy clear of Dr. Grace. Superimposes hemmed in on the fence. He's got nowhere to go, and now Quick Score called upon by Cassidy is coming out after the leader. Superimpose had to stop in his tracks, and they've left him standing. Quick Score headed Dr. Grace, who's fighting back. Old Super is getting going when it's all over. Dr. Grace fighting back. He's got Quick Score beaten, and Dr. Grace wins the Chelmsford by a head to Quick Score with Superimpose 30.
Good day for ex-AJC Derby winners yesterday, Max. They were everywhere, and Dr. Grace in particular in Sydney winning the Chelmsford. You've brought in the head-on over the last couple of 100 metres.
His whip became tangled in the mane. He couldn't really get at Dr. Grace, but so over the latter stages, he just left the whip in the mane and then just slapped Dr. Grace down the shoulder. You can see that now, but certainly Superimpose was the unlucky runner.
Go to the Craigley and we'll see what Max and Keith think after this.
Racing now. And Captain Cook on the inside was the first to jump out from Nick the centre. My Eagle Eye a long way back as Star of the Realm, followed by Sub-Zero and Grooming and Ivory Way as well back as they make the home turner. Jim's Mate as the leader as they straighten up with 450 left to go, tackled by Ramyar. Wheatalda are running on pretty well down the outside, and Durbridge behind them. Heroicity. Captain Cook is a fair way back in the field, and Star of the Realm is starting to wind up from a fair way back, followed by Sub-Zero and Beldivo. 250 metres left to go. Jim's Mate on the inside being tackled by Ramyar. Wheatalda getting into the clear is running on pretty well, followed by Durbridge, and here comes Star of the Grell, and look at Grooming. Grooming right down the outside. Ramyar hit the front, tackled by Star of the Realm. Star of the Realm takes the lead close to home. Flying home is Sub-Zero. Star of the Realm too good. Star of the Realm has won it from Sub-Zero. Third home probably starting to wind up from a fair way back, followed by Sub-Zero and Beldivo. 250 metres left to go. Jim's Mate on the inside being tackled by Ramyar. Wheatalda getting into the clear is running on pretty well, followed by Durbridge, and here comes Star of the Grell, and look at Grooming. Grooming right down the outside. Ramyar hit the front, tackled by Star of the Realm. Star of the Realm takes the lead close to home. Flying home is Sub-Zero. Star of the Realm too good. Star of the Realm has won it from Sub-Zero. Third home probably Grooming, just ahead of Jim's Mate, Ramyar, Wheatalda.
Well, 12 months of the day, Star of the Realm was balloted out of the Ascot Vale Stakes. Couldn't get a run. He went on and won the Derby, and now he's won his first race at weight for age. I thought he looked terrific in the run because he struggled early, and the fact that he was able to get home. Did we see perhaps the Melbourne Cup winner there yesterday at Flemington in the Craigley Stakes?
Well, I think we may have, Bruce, and it may be any of the 3 place getters. I was very impressed with Star of the Realm. As you know, I'm a real Star of the Realm fan, but I watched him close.
I do think Sub-Zero would have had more scope for improvement, and certainly
The Realm are equal favourites for the Caulfield Cup, though Keith Hillier believes Star of the Realm could be a big risk at Caulfield. Now, Cross's favourite, though Grooming's been the big shortener here with Sub-Zero, and My Eagle Eye has held his place, and Star of the... Look at the race, and then...
One of the stars from last season was the Sydney filly Burst, the first of her sex to win the 2-year-old Triple Crown. Trained by Clary Connors, Burst found winning form early in the season.
Into the straight, skating just led Burst on the outside. Mahia 3 deep is balanced up by Quinton as they turn for home. She lost a little bit of ground on the corner, however. Burst and skating fighting it out at the 200 mark, and they've come right away from Mahia, followed by Diamond Capri. Skating on the inside, Burst on the outer. They're 4 in front of Mahia. Burst and skating having a titanic tussle in the T-Rose Stakes. Burst has the head in front, and Burst fell in to beat skating about a long head.
By the third week in September, Melbourne Cup contenders around Australia and in New Zealand are well and truly on the road that leads to Flemington. In the Underwood Stakes, there were a few good...
Go straight into the replay of their head-on because there was a protest. Here's Muirfield Village with Superimpose, and watch Better Loosen Up. He's a pretty good run, third.
500 out, Lord Revener is joined by Play or Pay. Muirfield Village on the outside is under heavy pressure, turning the corner, followed by Sade, and Superimpose is now pulled out into the clear by Chris Muntz, and the big horse is starting to wind up in the straight. 300 out, Play or Pay, tackled by Muirfield Village, who hits the front coming to the 200, but here comes Superimpose down the outside is coming after the 3-year-old. Muirfield Village is tackled by the big red horse. Superimpose on the outside grabs the lead from Muirfield Village. Go Super. Oh, it's tight. Muirfield Village has kicked again. Muirfield Village kicked again. He might have worried Super out of it. There's very little in it. Out play or pay tackle by Muirfield Village, who hits the front coming to the 200. But here comes Super. Superimposed down the outsiders coming after the 3-year-old. Muirfield Village is tackled by the big red horse. Superimpose on the outside. Grabs the lead from Muirfield Village. Go Super. Oh, it's tight. Muirfield Village has kicked again. Muirfield Village kicked again. He might have worried Super out of it. There's very little in it.
You will see Superimpose coming in. Note the whip arm there of Muntz had to stop riding right on the post, well, just before the post, and that's what cost him the race. But nevertheless, put it this way, Muirfield Village did put him under considerable pressure, and it was a great race. The 3-year-old proved too good on the day.
Well, Keith, the extraordinary thing that happened yesterday in Sydney was that a horse who had his first start on July the 29th could beat 2 horses who, between them, have won $9 million in prize money. They're the greatest prize money winners in the history of racing here. Max Presnell was there.
From the winner, because he too is courageous. Muirfield Village is going on to the Spring Champion Stakes. He'll have plenty of opposition there, namely from a horse called Coronation Day. He is then going down to Melbourne.
Easy win yesterday. And admittedly, the class wasn't all that strong behind him, but he won like a very good horse.
Ramiar a half-length, Naturalism on the outside, close handy, just behind them, My Brilliant Star. Ramiar by a neck on Naturalism, looks to be going pretty well. The favourite over on the inside is My Brilliant Star running on. Back behind them, Bel Devo, followed by Mr. Eurostar, Akrushla Maria. Valdano second last, Alpha Bell last as they round the home turn. Naturalism racing up on the outside. Looks to be going very well. Naturalism almost level with Ramiar as they make the turn. They've got away by 2 lengths to My Brilliant Star, followed by Bel Devo, and hard ridden next is Mr. Eurostar. But Naturalism has cruised away at the top of the straight. It's well clear by 3 lengths to Ramiar, running on My Brilliant Star, and then Bel Devo, but it's all over. This will bolt in a very good horse, Naturalism. And coming down to the line to win, Untroubled. Naturalism's won it, getting up for second. Oh, very tight. Give it to My Brilliant Star, and nose to Ramiar.
Well, he was compared with Superimpose yesterday. In fact, Lee Friedman's already saying he's superior at weight for age, and he's close to being the best horse he's ever trained.
Last season, there just seemed to be a small...
Keith, you were at Moonee Valley yesterday. You saw a horse who is very impressive, Naturalism, and arguably favourite for the Cox Plate at this early stage.
He probably is not, because I don't think he'll run, but he may run in the Melbourne Cup, but only if he misses an invite for the Japan Cup.
He's favourite now for the Melbourne Cup after yesterday.
Yeah, he's probably
the new favourite in front of Viander Cross, but as Keith said, just hold your pennies at the moment. It's a bit early. Star of the Realm, Tennessee Jack, who coming back, and let's now go to the Vic Health Cup. This was an extraordinary performance. She was on her nose at the 1200 Mannerism, had top weight. Well weighted, by the way, only giving Alias Comberbanch 3 kilos, but this is one of the runs of the spring.
And King Marauding's third last over on the inside of Majestic Boy, and Mannerism the favourite last of all as they race onto the railway side with 850 past the 600. Then Royal Snack, Holiday Lover, well back Majestic Boy, King Marauding, and Mannerism still last of all as they round the home turn. 450 metres left to go. Andy's Reward being tackled by Infallible the centre. Looming up on the outside is Alias Comberbanch as they straighten up, followed by Tar Heel Boy and Black Rouge. Rare Chance behind them, Excited Angel. Star Video down the outside, Mannerism well back with Soho Square. Alias Comberbanch the leader coming down past the 200, tackled by Black Rouge on the outside, and Vows is running on well, and Mannerism right down the outside is coming from last. Black Rouge is the leader, 100 to go. Mannerism flying on the outside, Black Rouge just in front, Mannerism on the outside, grabbing it, Mannerism, a huge run has run it from Vows, and Black Rouge third up fancy.
Lover, and Mannerism and King Marauding are at the tail of the field, turning for home. Infallible hit the front at the bend, coming after it now Alias Comberbanch, and Alias Comberbanch first for home from Infallible, then Black Rouge, followed by Rare Chance. Further back is Vows at the 200 metre mark. Alias Comberbanch grabbed now by Black Rouge. Black Rouge hit the front to Alias Comberbanch. Vows. Mannerism is flashing home. Black Rouge clear though. Mannerism runs to second. Black Rouge in front. Mannerism coming hard. Got there. Mannerism, what a run. Beat Black Rouge and Vows. Majestic Boy close
up in Sydney.
See what it's done to the Caulfield Cup. That was the Show Day Cup or the Vic Health Cup Mannerism's performance. A comment on it. It was quite extraordinary, wasn't it?
Dad, we cut there because Mannerism was last in that picture, Bruce, and she got up to win after being knocked down. It was one of the most amazing performances you would see at a racetrack.
She's into 10-1 for the Caulfield Cup, and I left the track on Thursday thinking I'd seen the Caulfield Cup winner in her. I don't think she can be beaten if she can stay a mile and a half.
Yeah, it's not the first time you've left tracks thinking that something that won that day would win one of the cups, though, is it?
No, it's not. You're going to disagree? Well, look and see what it's done to the Caulfield Cup market. Mannerism into 10-1 now, from about 16s, 20s. Viander Cross favourites. Viander Cross Grooming, who ran on Thursday Sub-Zero with Naturalism 8-1. That of the spring, the $250,000 Group 1 George Main, a tremendous finish coming up.
By 3/4 to Kinjite, a length to Dr. Grace on the inside of Telesto, a length to Rough Habit, followed by Coronation Day, who's cramped for room as they near the turn, and then Power Chief and Better Loosen Up, and back at the tail is Cabora, and still it's 7 lengths from first to last as they swing the corner. It's Durbridge in front, about a neck on Kinjite, Telesto 3 deep on the turn, followed by Dr. Grace, Coronation Day near the fence, and Rough Habit about to be switched out as they come over the rise. Kinjite headed Durbridge coming to the 200. Telesto is battling on. Then Dr. Grace, Coronation Day winding up, and further out Rough Habit. Coronation Day is coming after Kinjite with Rough Habit on the outside. Coronation Day coming at Kinjite. Larry Cassidy hard at work. Coronation Day poked his head in front as they hit the line, and Coronation Day won the George Main ahead to Kinjite with Rough Habit third. Day near the fence, and Rough Habit about to be switched out as they come over the rise. Kinjite headed Durbridge coming to the 200. Telesto is battling on. Then Dr. Grace, Coronation Day winding up, and further out Rough Habit. Coronation Day is coming after Kinjite with Rough Habit on the outside. Coronation Day coming at Kinjite. Larry Cassidy hard at work. Coronation Day poked his head in front as they hit the line, and Coronation Day won the George Main ahead to Kinjite with Rough Habit third. In fourth.
Coronation Day's trainer Max Lees declared the colt to be the best he's trained since Luskin Star, following the 3-year-old's win.
George Main, Coronation Day winning. Now, for the second consecutive week, we've seen a 3-year-old upstage the older horses. Does this mean that the weight for age scale is incorrect? The 3-year-olds are very good, or the older horses overrated? It's an easy one to start with, Max. Good luck.
Yes, well, I'm a supporter of the weight for age scale. I don't think the 3-year-olds are getting too much weight from the older horses. I do think an outstanding 3-year-old will beat a top-class older horse. That's the point. They've got to be outstanding. You get a second-rate. I do think that Coronation Day is going to prove something special.
Horses. In the Spring Champion Stakes, Coronation Day clashed with the Cummings-trained Muirfield Village, who was coming off a win in the Group 2 Hill Stakes.
Try loser. Now Dittman's in a spot of bother here on Muirfield Village. He's got plenty of horse underneath him, but absolutely nowhere to go as they come around the corner. Pallet has pushed pretty deep on the turn, straightening up, and Takeshi put the head in front of Air Seattle. He's Classic is looming up on the outside. Salcantay under pressure. Coronation Day had to push Salcantay out of the way. He's into the clear, and here he comes. Coronation Day hit the front. Coronation Day dashed to the lead past the 200. Muirfield Village, after being held up for a run, is into the clear, but the bird has flown. Coronation Day is well clear. Cassidy keeping him going in this magnificent colt. Coronation Day won, easing up over Muirfield Village. Could have been closer.
Coronation Day's second Group 1 win was certainly impressive. Both 3-year-olds continued their spring campaigns in Melbourne. Here's the Flight Stakes, the first Group 1 race of the season for 3-year-old fillies. Shane Dye had ridden both Slight Chance and Burst in their first-up wins and elected to stay with his Golden Slipper winner in the Flight.
To the corner, no defeat the leader over Slight Chance. Yodelay is easing out 3 deep. Skating will have to go 4 wide on the corner. Burst is strung up for a run as they come around the turn, followed by Racing Ruler, and then Jewel of Africa and Fine Clip as they come over the rise where Slight Chance went to the lead. Burst is switching back to the fence. Yodelay boxing on and further out Skating, but Slight Chance has got a good lead at the 200 mark, a length or more in front of Yodelay. Burst is coming between them. Skating on the outside. Slight Chance still in front, 100 out. She's holding them at the moment. Burst inch by inch is getting to her, but Slight Chance is going to win the Flight. Slight Chance beat Burst. Shane Dye won't be too happy about that. Yodelay has run.
Centane, the sire of Slight Chance, recorded a Group 1 double within 40 minutes when Mick Dittman steered Kinjite.
Bill Cooper over to his stand. Silk Ali, the inside runner, off and running in the... And then Big Dream, superimposed, starting a forward move now. Dropping out second last is Mango's Luncheon. Let's have... Meters out, Prince of Praise led over Black Rouge. Destroyer's Image followed closely on the fence by Silk Ali. And then Southern States followed by Cabora. Kinjite being scrubbed hard by Dittman as they near the turn. Sensory Rain is under pressure. And then Palatine followed by Skylock and Superimpose in front of about 3. But is now switched to the outside by Chris Muntz as they come over the rise. He's got some hope. Superimpose as they top the hill. Prince of Praise still in front. Here's Kinjite claiming him now, followed by Southern States, Palatine and Superimpose right down the outside. Kinjite hit the lead in the Epsom. Kinjite in front of Prince of Praise, followed by Palatine. Superimpose feeling the big weight, but Kinjite, he's been a bridesmaid, but he's home today. Kinjite wins the Epsom over Prince of Praise. Palatine third, 4th Superimpose, 5th is Southern States, and 6th is Sensory Rain. Then Mango's Lunch.
Kinjite raced with distinction throughout
Melbourne. In the Turnbull Stakes at Flemington, Naturalism continued on his winning way.
On the bend, 600 left to go. Ramyar the inside and Heroicity will turn in front of My Eagle Eye. In fourth placing is Naturalism and the all-white, poised to have a crack at the leaders, followed by My Brilliant Star, London Bridge, and then Valdano and Star of the Realm getting into the clear down the outside. 350 to go. Heroicity went to the lead. Marshall asked for Naturalism now and he winds up and at the 300 hit the front. It's Naturalism drawing away from Heroicity. Then My Eagle Eye, London Bridge, and Star of the Realm is down the outside, but it's all Naturalism. He sprints away, he's put 4 lengths on them. London Bridge runs to second, but Naturalism, he scores in a breeze. Naturalism by 3 lengths to London Bridge, a photo third. London Bridge, a photo third.
While Naturalism...
By London Bridge, Star of the Realm a long way back, but it's all Naturalism in the final stages. He's going to bolt in Naturalism, and Naturalism raced home to a great win. Naturalism was won by 3 lengths. London Bridge second, getting up for third, maybe Mr. Eurostar just ahead of Heroicity and Valdano, and further back to My Eagle Eye, followed by Star of the Realm, notwithstanding in green.
Third,
While Naturalism was winning at Flemington, his adversary from last autumn, Viandacross, showed that his spring campaign was progressing in the right direction with a stylish win at Hastings.
600 to go. Gatree's the leader now by 2 lengths from Lord Majestic. Dancing Lord being urged along. Cavalier's next. Viandacross and Surfers Paradise. Conan's in a bit of a spot, followed by Castletown and Wairau Times. They head for home now, and Lord Majestic's the leader from Gatree's. Here come the challengers from Viandacross and Surfers Paradise, and Conan has got a split through for Greg Caird on the inside, might have got to the front. Here comes Viandacross with a big run. Conan, Viandacross, Lord Majestic, Castletown and Cavalieri. Surfers Paradise has disappeared. Viandacross and Conan, they're the two. Viandacross pulling out a bit more, and he got there. Viandacross beat Conan and Castletown. Lord Majestic followed home then by Cavalieri.
First, persistent rain continued throughout Guinea's Day.
Marshall took the New Zealander Bundy Lad to the lead from Let Him Ride. Just One is next, and Palace Symphony still running on round the outside. Then Palace Rain, Ken Fair, Captive Edition, and Shoeshine Henry next, getting up on the rails. Round the turn, Let Him Ride, grabbed by Bundy Lad. Palace Symphony on the outside, joining in, followed by Palace Rain and Just One. It's Palace Symphony dashing to the lead down towards the 200-metre mark from Bundy Lad. Palace Rain after Palace Symphony at the 200. It's Palace Symphony joined by Palace Rain. Palace Rain put his head in front, and they're well clear of Shoeshine Henry getting to third. It's Palace Rain on the outside, about a neck in front, pulling clear from Palace Symphony, and Palace Rain goes on to win it by a length to Palace Symphony. 4 lengths away third, Shoeshine Henry and O's Captive Edition.
The West Australian bred Palace Rain emulated his sire, Beau Sovereign, who had won the Guineas 21 years previously. The $400,000 classic was David Hayes and Michael Clark's first Group 1.
The Weight for Age Caulfield Stakes attracted several cup contenders, and the winner's effort had to be seen to be believed.
And last of all, and 5 lengths back, is Castletown. Gathano took the lead from Dr. Grace, but Mannerism looked to be travelling very well on the outside. Then Ramyar, followed by Sub-Zero and Heroicity on the rail. Gathano at the 400 turned in front of Mannerism, led by about a length around the turn, and then Ramyar in the centre. Dr. Grace is next, dropping out of it, followed by Heroicity. Gathano on the inside. Mannerism swung wide. Ramyar between them. Down to the 200. Heroicity's running on okay. Mannerism took the lead at the 200-metre mark from Ramyar, fighting back. Mannerism racing about a bit. Ramyar's got a head in front, and Heroicity in the centre. It's Mannerism, and look at Castletown. He's swapping them. Castletown from last. Mannerism, Heroicity, but Castletown, what a run. Castletown has got up to win it on the outside from Heroicity. Ramyar.
They straighten up, and Gathano is the leader. Mannerism down the outside. Ramyar's running a bit of a race, and further back is Heroicity, followed by Dr. Grace at the 200. Gathano tackled by Ramyar, and deeper on the track is Mannerism, who's starting to paddle a bit, and here comes Heroicity. Heroicity finishing on strongly as they come to the 100. Ramyar and Castletown storming home down the outside. Ramyar, Castletown grabbing them. Castletown's come from last to win the Caulfield Stakes. From Heroicity, third home Ramyar.
Well, Castletown was so far back at the halfway mark that his rider, Noel Harris, considered pulling him up. Now, I suppose, Max, he's in the Cups with a winning chance.
Well, he's got to have a winning chance, Keith, because the conditions next Saturday could well be a duplicate of what Castletown went through yesterday. I thought Mannerism was a shade disappointing. I realise that she isn't seasoned enough. If she's not seasoned enough yesterday for 2,000 metres, Caulfield Cup 2,400 metres, will she be seasoned enough for that? I'd have grave doubts.
Yes. Castletown's win in the Caulfield Stakes was his 5th at Group 1 level.
As the condition of the track deteriorated, punters were finding it difficult to line up the form. One horse who relished the heavy going was Ready to Explode, who turned the Toorak handicap into a one-act affair.
They've gone past the 600. Jim's Mate joined on the inside by Ready to Explode, and they're 5 lengths in front now from Starring, running on with Just Tommy. Soho Square, hard ridden. Next, Mamselle Purdue, Prince Salieri, and then came Excited Angel, followed by Infallible, and then Citizen. On the turn and Ready to Explode, straightened up by 3 lengths into the straight from Jim's Mate beaten. Prince Salieri running on along the fence, and then Starring, Mamselle Purdue, Just Tommy squeezed for room, and Excited Angel out wide. But Ready to Explode has a huge lead. He's 5 lengths in front of Prince Salieri and Excited Angel. Ready to Explode, he's found form today. He's well clear and he's going to bolt in. Ready to Explode's won it by about 5 lengths on the post. Excited Angel, third Prince Salieri.
The race is often a good guide to the Caulfield Cup. Was yesterday's event a guide, Max?
I wouldn't think so, Keith, but there again, were any of the races yesterday a guide? All we can say is that similar conditions, you're looking for the old warhorse.
Caulfield Cup, Viander Cross the favourite. Castletown, yesterday's winner, finished nearly 3 lengths behind Viander Cross at their last meeting, but Castletown now on the second line of betting.
First of all, let's have a look at the Melbourne Cup, Max. I know you want to add to his collection. Right. Castletown and Viander Cross at 5s.
And Sub-Zero, he'll be better suited under handicap conditions. He's on the second.
Gallopers Superimposed tuned up for another crack at the Melbourne Cup with an effortless win in today's Canberra Cup. The mighty 8-year-old gave Mick Dittman an armchair ride, and he'll now go into the Cox Plate before possibly running his last race in the big one.
Where the Freedmans had trained their first winner back in 1979. The way they take old Pugs back to the stadium to say goodbye.
It was a very good day. I hadn't been back to the race.
But around the bend, 4:25 to go, and Beachside has raced to the lead now. Beachside leads All Lone Star. Superimposed moves up on the outside quickly now, and further back to Flagstaff, followed further back then Balance of Power, but Superimposed has shot away from them now. Superimposed kicked well clear. Beachside is second, followed by Flagstaff down the outside, and the next one Balance of Power, but the champion Superimposed is racing away. Look at Superimposed, ease down on the line, and Superimposed wins the Cup. Galilee second, close, but Superimposed has shot away from them now. Superimposed kicked well clear. Beachside is second, followed by Flagstaff down the outside, and the next one Balance of Power, but the champion Superimposed is racing away. Look at Superimposed, ease down on the line, and Superimposed wins the Cup. Galilee second, close for third.
Ladies and... So it was a fitting finish to a glorious career. Fitting? Finish? Get out of here.
The match race was organised by Let's Elope and David Hayes is Better Loosen Up, and the VATC committee agreed to run the match race at Caulfield, and it created tremendous interest. And
controversial for lots of reasons. The match race, $75,000 winner take all. Let's go to the race and I'll ask Keith and Max their impressions. Let's Elope versus Better Loosen Up.
They go to the 750-metre mark, and the sprint is on now. And it's Better Loosen Up about a half in front. The mare on the outside, back second. Let's Elope. Dittman about to call on, and now she's getting closer to Better Loosen Up. It's a battle coming up at the 600-metre mark. She's gone up to Better Loosen Up, and she's put her head in front. And they're both. It's a real war before the turn. 500 to go. Let's Elope on the outside, getting a half length in front. He gives her a crack with a whip. Clark calling on the old warrior back on the inside. Better Loosen Up down to the 300-metre mark. Let's Elope's drawn a half length in front. Better Loosen Up is trying to come back on the inside. Let's Elope's a neck in front at the 150-metre mark. Better Loosen Up trying with every stride, but the mare's got the edge near the line. Dittman throws everything at her, and Let's Elope wins the challenge a length and a half to Better Loosen Up. A marvellous performance by 2 great horses here in the TAB Super Challenge.
Well, Brian Martin summed it up very well. 2 great horses. It was a bit of a shame to see Better Loosen Up, who is struggling. He's not nearly the horse he was. He's been an all-time favourite, a tremendous horse. But I think there's hope for Let's Elope. There's definite hope, and whether she can win the Cox Plate, do we know who's going to ride her at this stage? Max, an enormous amount of money was bet on the race all around Australia, suggesting that it was a very good idea because there have been quite...
Freedman had a record 5 starters in the big race. His top fancy, Herosity, was crying out for a dry track. Another, the gallant little mare Mannerism, was his sentimental hope. Punters, though, couldn't get enough of Viander Cross. and the New Zealand gelding was heavily backed to win at his first start in Melbourne.
And they're racing in the Caulfield Cup, and they've come away in a magnificent line too, with Ramyar and Tiaka Nick bouncing out quickly.
Viander Cross, hard ridden, about 8 lengths from the leader out wide, and then came further back My Brilliant Star. Royal Magic going nowhere at the moment, and Star of the Realm is back second last as Gathano led to the turn. Quiddity a length away, followed by Dark Czar Mannerism. Here comes Viander Cross. Viander Cross is coming with a great burst out wide. They sweep for home now. Gathano on the inside. Viander Cross has come very wide after him, and they were followed by Mannerism coming home well, and then came Quiddity. It's Viander Cross out wide, Gathano near the inside, and Mannerism in the centre. Clear of Quiddity. Viander Cross the outside has taken the lead in the cup now from Mannerism, and then Gathano and Quiddity. Viander Cross in front of Mannerism. Viander Cross answering the urgings of Shane Dye ahead in front. Mannerism coming at him. Viander Cross maybe a nose to Mannerism, who's booted right on the line and made it close. Quiddity next from Sub-Zero, and then Gathano.
The horse wide on the turn and headed for home.
Viander Cross is sweeping right around the outside off the track when they turn. The leader Gathano from Mannerism, and Viander Cross coming down the outside in the home straight and starring back on the rail at the 250-metre mark, and Viander Cross, the Kiwi, has hit the front out wide from Gathano. Mannerism coming with a run in the middle, but at the 100-metre mark, and Shane Dye going for home on Viander Cross. He's in front of Mannerism, starting to peg it back. Viander Cross, Mannerism down to the post. Viander Cross, Mannerism, oh golly, I don't know. Viander Cross, Mannerism, nothing in it. 2 lengths away, third in the race is Quiddity. With Mannerism getting that extra bound in on the line, and I'm just not too sure here in the Caulfield Cup, because on the inside Mannerism does have the momentum. Viander Caulfield Cup. And number 8 has got it. Mannerism has won the Caulfield Cup, number 8. Number 8, Mannerism, has won the Caulfield Cup. Let's have a look at the tips. Yes, we've tipped the trifecta, Mannerism, Viander Cross, Quiddity, and I hope you've had something on it, putters. Don't think I'll ever do that again in one pick, 8, 5 and 6.
A patient but brilliant ride by apprentice Damien Oliver enabled the battling little mare to wear down Viander Cross and score victory by only a nose. And
Lee Friedman's incredible spring
close. Quiddity next from Sub-Zero, and then Gathano, followed by Royal Magic.
A trifecta went Mannerism's way. A high-class mare, this her 4th Group 1 win, adding to the Australasian Oaks Futurity and Vic Health Cups. And a big rap from her trainer.
I mean, I've long maintained that there's not much between Let's Elope and her when she's right, and I think she proved that today. She carried a bit of weight. First time over the 2-4 since she was a 3-year-old, and it took a great racehorse to win that.
Well, in the long history of the Caulfield Cup, I doubt whether any one ride has been discussed quite so much as Shane Dye's after the race.
Well, I wouldn't have taken off as soon in the Caulfield Cup. I went a bit soon, but going wide, I'd go that wide every day because the track was better out there. But I didn't know the horse, and I'd never ridden the horse, and he had a flat spot that day, and at the half mile he was off the bit, and I dug him up, and he got there far too soon, which caught me by surprise.
After the race. Can you remember, between you've been going to the races for a fair while, such a reaction to a ride?
I can't, Bruce. Shane Dye was universally criticised yesterday. I really don't want to join the Shane Dye bashing this morning, but I suppose you must say it was deserved, because I think Shane made errors of judgment that cost Viander Cross a Caulfield Cup. It wasn't Shane's day. It started off with stewards.
Can't recall any sportsman being roasted as much for an error in judgment as Shane Dye. He was beaten a short half head. Personally, I thought Viander Cross should have won the race, possibly by half, 3/4 of a length. Nevertheless, that's me sitting in the stand. Shane this morning is totally unrepentant. He thinks he's done the right thing. If he had to ride the race again, he would do that again.
Mannerism was magnificent yesterday. We shouldn't take anything away from her. In the last 40 years, there have been 8 mares have won the Cup. She carried 2.5 kilos more yesterday than Leilani and How Now. 6 kilos more than Let's Elope. She carried more weight than any other mare in the last 40 years. She is outstanding. It was a brilliant ride. He's a great outstanding behind Viander Cross.
Viander Cross, I would say, was one of the best Melbourne Cup trials I've ever seen. Sub-Zero, reasonable. Castletown, perhaps too old. Royal...
But we discussed them. Let's have a look at the first of them that we're going to show you this morning. A remarkable performance by Rough Habit, and this was the race that Jim Cassidy, the very back of the field.
They're racing up past the 800-metre mark now. Instrumental a half length of Friends Venture as they come up towards the home turn. Colonial Spirit. Rough Habit's about 6 lengths behind the third last horse. He's second last. And in a seemingly impossible position, the favourite Rough Habit, as they make the home turn at the 400. And the leader's heading towards the outside section of the track. It's Instrumental being tackled by Friends Venture on the outside. Southern States in the centre coming through. And over on the outside is Rare Chance. And back behind them then is Black Rouge. And now Rough Habit on the inside is starting to come through with a strong run. Instrumental over on the outside and Rare Chance and Rough Habit. Look at Rough Habit and Palm Beach flying home. White on the outside there is Rare Chance, but Rough Habit over on the inside is absolutely flying home as they go to the line. And Rough Habit, I think's won. What a run. Rough Habit, I think's just beaten Rare Chance. They're very well.
For next Saturday's Cox Plate. But at the turn, he was a long second last, then unwound one of the biggest runs in years at Caulfield.
And Rough Habit is still second last, turning for home, where Instrumental and Friends Venture turn in front of Southern States, and then Rare Chance, followed by Black Rouge. Instrumental in front, down nearing the 200-metre mark now from Southern States. After it along the inside, Rare Chance and Friends Venture out wide. It's now Rare Chance out wide, taking the lead. Rough Habit is getting right through along the inside. Have a look at this. Rough Habit, Rare Chance wide apart. Rough Habit on the inside. He's got there. Unbelievable. Rough Habit's won it from...
How did you feel at the 800-metre mark last and looking hopeless?
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of confidence.
What did you think had gone wrong?
I don't know. I just thought, well, he may not be hitting out. There may be something wrong with him, you know, but Jimmy was going to ride him quiet, and that's what he did. But he is a good horse, you know.
Very popular win.
Yeah, it was.
Now,
yeah.
the end across...
A ride by Jim Cassidy. I think, gentlemen, what a horse. He is a beauty, isn't he?
He's a fantastic horse, and he's had so many problems with rashes, and even as late as yesterday, Bruce, he had swelling on a hock. And trainer John Wheeler believes that some of the rash problems and that sort of thing may have stemmed from his inoculations to go to Japan, as they did last year.
Well, he's won 8 out of 10 now at 1,400 metres, Max, yet we tend to think of him more as a middle-distance fast stayer. What's your feeling? And I'm thinking Cox Plate with him.
Oh, Bruce, Rough Habit is a racehorse. He's the sort of horse that the man from Snowy River would have liked to have ridden. He'll give his all. He certainly has had an uninterrupted preparation. On the preparation, you really, I can't get enthusiastic about him in the Cox Plate, but John Wheeler said yesterday, every time I ask this horse for a little bit extra, I've got to ask him for a little bit extra in a gallop on Tuesday, I've got to ask him for a lot extra in the Cox Plate, he gives it to me.
He's produced some remarkable performances. His win in the Stradbroke was quite outstanding this year. He's a great horse. I just wonder, Keith, at the Valley, the Cox Plate.
Reserve my decision, but if wet, naturalism. Okay. If dry, Coronation Day.
Okay, Max?
Naturalism.
Really? I thought you might be a Coronation Day man.
Well, Naturalism's got the score on the board. Wet or dry, a very, very good horse. Will be very...
Fitting? Finish? Get out of here.
Of quick coat calls. Naturalism is still paying $2.10, odds of 10 to 9. Let's Elope is now out to 5 to 1 to 2. There's about 2 or 3.
For this great race, arguably the best collection of weight for age horses seen ever in the WS Cox Plate.
Field can be gauged by the fact that between them, the 14 starters had earned prize money exceeding $27 million. From a race full of drama and excitement emerged a true legend of the Australian turf.
They stand to attention for the plate. They're off. And superimposed, missed it about 1.5 lengths, and away brilliantly here, Kinjite flying from the outside with Coronation Day. Slight chance going up in the centre, Naturalism behind him with Palace Rain, and here's the Kinjite goes up to slight chance at the 900-metre mark, 1.5 lengths first. Coronation Day getting a nice run, a half away, fourth on the rail, then Palace Rain, Muirfield Village. Naturalism is locked away on the inside now as they start to make their run. The mare pulls to the outside, lets a lope around Citizen. Mannerism went back to the fence. I'll superimpose, peeling to the outside with Better Loosen Up. There's a fall! There's a fall in the Cox Plate, and Naturalism lost the rider. Citizen is out of the race, and so is Palace Rain. Rough Habit rider. Citizen is out of the race, and so is Palace Rain. Rough Habit has been knocked out of it now, and as the race to the 500-metre mark now, and the leader here is Kinjite. Here comes Let's Elope. Let's Elope with a mighty run out wide. going up quickly now. Kinjite in the middle from Muirfield Village, followed by Superimpose. Let's Elope out wide as race to Kinjite. Slight Chance fights back down the outside. Superimpose. Let's Elope in the middle. Prince Salieri getting a run. Better Loosen Up and Superimpose. Let's Elope in front. Superimpose driving. Super. I think Superimpose to Let's Elope on the Cox Plate. Third maybe Kinjite the rail. Better Loosen Up behind them. They're followed.
Is close behind the Palace Rain. Coronation Day as they pack right up coming down the school side. 650 to go, and here come the challengers. There's a fall. There's a fall. Citizen is down. Citizen is down. And what's the other one? Oh, it could be Naturalism may have come down. Citizen, Naturalism, the two to come down in a fall. Round the turn they come. Kinjite is the leader, tackled by Muirfield Village, and Slight Chance still there. And here comes Let's Elope. Let's Elope on the outside, joining in, followed by Coronation Day and Mannerism. Nowhere to go. Slight Chance, Kinjite lead into the straight. Let's Elope down the outside is flying home, and down the outside Superimpose, followed by Prince Salieri. Halfway down the running, Let's Elope takes the lead in the Cox Plate. Superimpose flying home. Let's Elope, Superimpose, Superimpose, Let's Elope, and Superimpose. Superimpose won the Cox Plate from Let's Elope. Kinjite third, fourth, Better Loosen Up, Slight Chance, Prince Salieri. Further back, Coronation Day, followed.
Gets to Let's Elope in the very last two bounds, and Super Duper has got there in 1992 to win the Cox Plate, and what a great run the third.
Second last is Better Loosen Up as they bunch up down the side, and Rough Habit. They come down with 700 to go, and still Kinjite a narrow leader. There's a fall. Palace Rain has come down. Oh, Naturalism's lost the rider. Naturalism has lost the rider, and Citizen's gone as well with Palace Rain. Running to the home turn now, and Kinjite just in front of Slight Chance. Here comes Let's Elope. The Mighty Mare's coming with a big run round the outside. They turn now, and it's Let's Elope out wide. Kinjite and Slight Chance in front of Muirfield Village. They're into the straight. Let's Elope out wide, getting to Kinjite. Slight Chance. Here comes Superimpose now. Let's Elope in front. Superimpose and Better Loosen Up. It's Let's Elope in front. Super coming at her. They hit it. Might be Super and O's. Let's Elope nothing in it with Kinjite.
It was rough, and Superimpose prevailed.
Mannerism in.
At last, recognition of his true greatness in this, his hometown, his first ever Group 1 win. It was Greg Hall's finest hour, his first ever ride on Super.
They call it the Cox Plate, mate, where legends are made, and that's what's happened today.
It was just one of the great Cox Plates, I think. It reminded me of the Bone Crusher finish, you know.
But the tragedy for...
That was probably the best performance I've ever seen from him, to lift like that over the last 50 metres.
Fourth test, though, by the fifth place horse Better Loosen Up against the second place getter Let's Elope was upheld. So Let's Elope, second past the post, was relegated to fifth.
The 8-year-old's first Group 1 success in Melbourne was also the 8th of his outstanding career. With his victory in the Cox Plate, Super lifted his career earnings to $5.6 million and became Australasia's highest ever stakes winner. The drama continued after the race as Simon Marshall, the rider of Better Loosen Up, protested successfully against the runner-up Let's Elope.
There are a few hard...
Pulling up, how do you think I felt? It's one stage in my life I never wanted to come back to scale, knowing that Better Loosen Up should have won with me on him. I got a squeeze on the point. I had a look up ahead of me. I had a good 2.5 to 3 horses room, maybe even 4, to go inside Let's Elope. Let's Elope's then come in, shifted in rather quick, you know, very quick. I wasn't quite able to get up inside her, and she just chopped me out. And to tell you the truth, I thought we were going to fall.
His effort in the Cox Plate was superb. He went on a very...
Greatest moment in racing. It was a joy to see you there yesterday, Greg, after the Cox Plate. It was magnificent, Keith. I don't think I've seen a rider come back to such acclaim, and the way he just stood up in the irons, it was fantastic.
Greg was jubilant, and so he should have been, because Cox Plate Superimpose is Australia's favourite racehorse. He was at long odds yesterday, Bruce, but that didn't stop the fans giving him a hero's welcome back.
What was it like for you, Greg, coming back with 33,000 people there, the biggest crowd since Family of Man winning, and on such a courageous and popular racehorse?
Lose or draw, but to win the Cox Plate's one thing, but to win it on that horse is just another. It was just...
Well, I made the point at the beginning of the show, Keith and Greg, that legends, they say that legends are made in the Cox Plate. Well, this one was already a legend. the legend was just enhanced and increased a little more, if that's possible.
Yes, he's Australia's record stakes earner now, Bruce. But this was a Cox Plate that superimposed one. It also was a Cox Plate that the connections of 5 horses claimed their horses should have won. It was a roughhouse Cox Plate.
It was, Greg. We're about to go. A key point of the race, just looking at it there, Keith, was the fact that Greg was able to, on superimpose, keep Better Loosen Up in on the turn, because had Better Loosen Up been able to come in underneath him and push him wider, Better Loosen Up might have won the Cox Plate and superimpose would not have.
What about any horse coming round me, and I just peeled away from the fence, and then the split second later, bang, 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 3 come down. Like it was just a miracle that I never waited another half a second and gone over the top of them myself. And Rough Habit jumped all the falling horses and got away with it. I mean...
Well, he didn't really get away with it. He got cut and he didn't fall, but he was out of the... So, the incident where the protest occurred, 5th against 2nd, it was upheld. I think it shocked a lot of people yesterday. Now, we've got to be careful what we say here, because a jock superimposed. Now, here, from the right, Slight Chance, King Jate, then Prince Saleri, Better Loosen Up. Look at Let's Elope hanging down, and superimposed coming down. He always does run in. Better Loosen Up, tightened up, turned around there. King Jate with him, and Let's Elope and superimpose.
OK, I hope you didn't go beyond the identification here that we agreed to, but that was fine. There was no real comment.
Let's have a look. Well, it's a good point about the Melbourne Cup, because the race has taken on a different complexion. We'll show you the market a little later, but 3 superstar horses have suddenly become very much a factor. Superimpose, Better Loosen Up, and probably in particular Let's Elope.
Good, Let's Elope and Better Loosen Up, the 2 horses of the year for the past 2 seasons. Then you throw in the veteran Superimpose, the Cox Plate winner. This is going to be a Melbourne Cup with a difference, isn't it?
Let's have a look at the Melbourne Cup market. It did change a bit yesterday. Viander Cross is 5 to 1. Let's Elope and Sub-Zero, the horse that Greg Hall will ride at 7 to 1. Royal Magic...
I am wearing the VR.
The Moya Stakes yesterday, this is a long way away from the Melbourne Cup. Weight for age over 1,000. Brought together Clan O'Sullivan, Mukta, the 2 3-year-olds, and Scalacci. And this was some run, and this is some racehorse.
Off. Scalacci on the outside was first out in company there with Vain Sovereign last of all. Barcara, Scalacci together coming down past the 600 by length. Illusion. Half Mr. Cube, Umatilla and Vain Sovereign. They're making the home turn. Barcara tackled by Scalacci, who's got his head in front as they straighten up the favourite Scalacci. Half a length to Barcara, 2 lengths to Mukhtar, and they're followed by Illusion, and back behind them Sublimator. But it's Scalacci in front, halfway down the running is clear of Barcara and Mukhtar finishing on. But Scalacci, too brilliant for them. He'll win. Scalacci wins it well. Second home Mukhtar, third Barcara.
Batilla. Oliver gave the favourite his head now, Scalacci, when they turned for home. He drew a half length in front now of Barcara, 3 further back Mutka. But the big grey horse is going for the minion, and he's got it, he's racing away. Scalacci races away to win by nearly 2 lengths. Mutka got up to run second, and those...
Well, you've got to put him at the top of the tree now. He's in rarefied class. He's up there with the greats of sprinters, no doubt about that. Clan O'Sullivan, I'll get back.
He's one of the best sprinters, maybe the best since Vain. He's fantastic.
You rate him with Manicato and Placid Arc?
Oh, yes, I do. Ahead of Placid Arc and rivalling Manicato. He is a very good horse, Bruce.
Gee, Lee Friedman will be pleased, because remember the day after the Lightning he said this might be another Manicato, and I was one of many that said, Lee, hang on, you're going a bit too fast too quickly.
Yes.
Bruce, how long is it since you came across a horse that might even be too good for Australia? There just isn't anything for Scalacci
That's the problem with the programming. Basically, he runs either in the...
Let's Elope's Melbourne Cup preparation took another backward step when track conditions worsened and Cummings scratched the lead from the McKinnon Stakes. However, the race did...
Racing in the McKinnon Stakes. Viander Cross stood there and missed it 3 lengths. Castletown was a little bit slow into stride, and Captain Cook goes straight to the front. Then Viander Cross, Royal Magic, 1.5 lengths to Castletown. Better Loosen Up third last on the inside of Sub-Zero, and Rough Habit's last, and he must be 25 to 30 lengths off the lead. Captain Cook coming back to them. They have 800 metres to go, and he led by 5 lengths now. Second, Dr. Grace, third, Equidity. Then came Viander Cross, followed by Prince Salieri. Royal Magic over on the outside. Going around them wider was Castletown as they run up to the turn, and they're bunched right up now. Rough Habit gets to third last on the outside of Better Loosen Up, and Sub-Zero last of all. Around the turn, 500 metres to go on the McKinnon, and the leader is still Captain Cook by a length. Equidity switched back to the inside, joining in Dr. Grace. They were followed by Heroicity, running on strongly with Prince Salieri, and then Royal Magic, followed by Viander Cross. They have 300 metres to go. Prince Alier in front, trying to run it down on the outside. Heroicity, and here comes Rough Habit. Rough Habit's running on very strongly. From them came Viander Cross, but Rough Habit loomed up 100 to go and hit the front. Rough Habit drew a length in front. Viander Cross plate is flying. Viander Cross is the one. Viander Cross got up on the fence to win. Viander Cross beat Rough Habit. Close up on the race third. It's a photo between Heroicity, wide out.
And I hope that silenced quite a few of Shane Dye's critics, because he's been a great jockey, and you know, he might have had one blemish on his career at course.
Dr. Grace, Prince Alieri, Heroicity wider out. Viander Cross is angling for a run on the inside. He's trying to get a run through as Heroicity's coming with a good run on the outside, and then Rough Habit. They've got towards the 250 metre mark. Prince Alieri, Heroicity in front. Down the outside now is Rough Habit coming with a run, and then Viander Cross. It's Rough Habit racing up now. Rough Habit has hit the front of the last 100 metres. Viander Cross is dashing through. Viander Cross has grabbed the lead, and Viander Cross, fantastic win, beats Rough Habit. Third, Equity just in front of Heroicity.
Viander Cross looking for a run. Dye goes back to the fence. Further out, Heroicity grabbing them now. Then Royal Magic, Better Loosen Up back second last with Castletown. Out wide, Heroicity and Prince Alieri got to the front from Equity. Viander Cross further back, and here's Rough Habit with a great run out wide. Here's the Kiwi, Rough Habit. Oh, look at him go, the little terror. Rough Habit's raced up to grab them now. Viander Cross getting up on the inside. It's coming back. Viander Cross comes back and wins. A magnificent win by Viander Cross.
The win was a change in fortune for controversial jockey Shane Dye.
It was a very good win. He never jumped. He missed the start 3 or 4 lengths. He just stood there for some reason. But it was an outstanding cup trial. You know, it's going to be awfully hard to beat, especially if a bit of rain keeps up.
Viander Cross will now start a warm favourite in Tuesday's Melbourne Cup. Rough Habit.
The morning favourite for the McKinnon, but we saw a McKinnon stakes that we'll remember for a long time.
We will, and I guess in the McKinnon, we're going to go into it in a moment. Viander Cross fell out of the gates. There was an almighty roar from 46,000 people. I think they all had Shane Dye on their mind. The horse ran into 2 dead ends in the straight. He had to switch course twice. It was a remarkable run. He is a champion horse at 2,000 metres. Whether he's a champion at 3,200, we're going to find out on Tuesday. It's one of the great... Sub-Zero was very good when you look at it there, Keith, and he's got an outstanding chance, particularly if the track's slow.
Well, but Cummings and other top trainers rushed into label Viander Cross the super horse, the new super horse of Australasian racing. The only thing, to my mind, that is standing between him and Melbourne Cup victory is that we doubt about his staying ability.
I wonder about her chance of winning the Melbourne Cup might have gone after yesterday. What's the latest with her?
She's officially notified the VRC 7:30 this morning she's not going to run.
So she's out officially?
That's right.
So well, that's huge news. Let's Elope officially scratched from the Melbourne Cup. I wonder, you still didn't answer my question, who's your best chance of the 3?
Well, I'd say after yesterday's racing and the way the weather is, I'd say Sub-Zero.
He did run very well. From the Caulfield Cup was the best run from a Melbourne Cup point of view.
Well, Viander Cross nearly went 2 miles, so I think he'll start the Cup all right. He was a great seemed to me that he could do it quite well. The recipe for Melbourne Cup was always to be run second or third in the Caulfield Cup and avoid a penalty. Well, he did that, not by intent, I'm sure, but as it turned out, he's in penalty-free, and he's the one to beat, no doubt about that.
Well, Cox, a quick look at the market and the barrier draw. The key horses, Viander Cross about 5-2 at the moment, Sub-Zero 5-1. Viander Cross drawn through. Both be big shorteners if it's slow or heavy. They'll come into about 10-1, both of them. Better Loosen Up and Superimpose will either be about 12-1 or they'll be about 50-1. Depends on the weather. And gentlemen, that's one of the biggest problems. Good track and one for a slow track. It could be heavy. It's not going to be any better than good, maybe only dead. Keith, your summary of you're sticking with Viander Cross in either conditions?
Yes, I think Viander Cross is a
good track to beat Superimpose. He's got a great record in this race, and I think he's going as well as ever at this distance. I think he'll run on very strongly if held up. And Sub-Zero, and if the track is good, I think Better Loosen Up.
There's the light. They're racing. They're off. And down on the inside, one of the first out, Star of the Realm, away quickly. Better Loosen Up came out running near the inside. Heroicity began fast and tucking. Second, Sky Flyer. Equidity's had a nice run over on the inside third. They're followed further back by Dr. Grace. Better Loosen Up is over on the inside at the 850 metre mark. He lost a bit of ground around the outside of him, Ali Boy. Where's Viander Cross? Oh, he's still locked away badly on the inside. Sub-Zero's pulled out out wide. He's making a run. Valdano and Cavalieri off the track are coming with runs now, and further back Big Baron about third last when they turn. Sir Winston first for home in the Melbourne Cup, a length and a half kicked away, 2 in front of Equidity. Then Better Loosen Up, followed by Cavalieri. Valdano tried to push his way clear, and here's Sub-Zero down the outside, and Castletown with a run. Sub-Zero might be the one. He's raced up to Sir Winston from Cavalieri, Castletown, and then Viander Cross getting out late from Ali Boy. Greg Hall has raced to the front on Sub-Zero. He goes for home in the Cup, and he might have a run. He's 3 in front. Viander Cross, Castletown trying hard, but it's the Grace Cup. Sub-Zero holding Viander Cross at bay, and Sub-Zero wins the Melbourne Cup by 2 lengths. Second, Viander Cross, a length and a half away. Third, Castletown, a gap then to Mr. Eurostar.
Equidity off the fence, followed by Better Loosen Up. Viander Cross looking for a run back midfield. Running down to the 400, Sir Winston kick 2 in front. Here's Sub-Zero down the outside, the grey, and look at Castletown come into it. Sub-Zero goes up on the outside of Sir Winston. 300 metres to go. Sub-Zero got a length and a half in front. Castletown running on it. Here's Viander Cross. Sub-Zero's kick. He's 2 and a half in front of Viander Cross and Castletown. Sub-Zero clear. Viander Cross won't get him. And the Melbourne Cup of 1992 belongs to Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero wins by 2 to Viander Cross and Castletown third. A break in the field to Mr. Eurostar.
Run home again.
$5.30 and $1.90 in Victoria for Sub-Zero, $2.10 for Viander Cross, Castletown $3.40. 3 magnificent horses have filled the trifecta.
Greg, just one point. After looking at the race and the replays, many of us feel that Viander Cross may have been unlucky. What is just looking from our point of view in the stand, looking at the replays, what's your opinion on that line?
Now, I've had enough of this Viander Cross being unlucky, actually, Max. And, you know, in all fairness to Shane, I mean, he's got a job to do. And, look, I mean, you guys know better than anybody. At the end of that race, I mean, I'll put the question back on you. Do you think he was pulling any ground off me? Like, I'm talking about the last 50 or 100 metres. OK, he might have got that little bit of a hold up there where I got carted into the race well on that. But he had, you know...
You led him at one stage in the straight by 6 lengths. He pulled at least 4 off you. At the end of 2 miles, I think that's a tough task. But nevertheless, I'm not taking, I think, the best ride, the best horse, perhaps on the day won it. But that's something we can argue about. I'm very in your opinion.
It's been some unlucky runners over the years. You could name them all. Natski against Empire Rose and all of them.
The good ride. I want to make a statement about Viander Cross, Max, so we can clear this up next year. He'll come back a super weight for age horse. And look out for that. I'd like to be riding him in the Cox Plate.
Better than Naturalism?
Over 2,000.
Be careful.
I don't know what could happen there.
The Melbourne Cup, well, you know, unfortunately it just rained that morning, and I didn't want rain because it was a 2-horse race, Sub-Zero and Viander Cross, and it poured with rain. I held him up a bit. He got out a little bit late, but the other horse was too good. You know, the last bit I wasn't making ground up on him. He'd ran.
All set to go for the VRC Oak Stakes of 1992. Love Comes to Town as the favourite.
100 to go. Slight chances first into the straight from Mahaya, Goog's Dream. They were followed wider out by Azuro, and back behind them then Kingston Spirit. Love Comes to Town is under pressure. They've come to the 300-metre mark, and it's Mahaya and Slight Chance in front of Yodelay and Goog's Dream. Wide out Burst is coming with a run now, and Love Comes to Town battling on. Slight Chance is fighting on well. Slight Chance in front of Mahaya, Yodelay. Wide out is Burst. It's Slight Chance though in front. Slight Chance is holding them at bay, and Slight Chance wins the Oaks. Slight Chance, I think, from Mahaya second, and Burst perhaps third.
Well, it's fair to say controversial ride in the Caulfield Cup on Viander Cross, but he did everything perfect on Slight Chance.
Yeah, and I think you'll find that Shane Dye's won the Oaks for Slight Chance. We'll most likely get a look at the start area.
Shane Dye over Greg Hall that time. Funny game, isn't it, racing? Well, Sydney Fillies ran 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wasn't going to tell Max that, but I'm sure he took note. But Max, there was an incident, and Keith, at the start of the race, that almost cost Shane Dye and Slight Chance the race. Watch her closest to screen on the outside. Stumbles after the start, and Shane has to hang on for dear life. Here we go, down on her nose, and he almost out the back for a moment. So it wasn't the best of starts. She was entrapped very wide on the first turn, and it really was an outstanding performance to win. Did you...
On the final day of the VRC's 4-day meeting, Naturalism continued his Japan Cup campaign. In the Graysmith Stakes over 2,000 metres, the 4-year-old carried 63 kilos and came through with flying...
Them link up.
I thought in the event might...
Graysmith. Favourite Naturalism in the green and white colours. And they race Festus out 3 wide. Here's Naturalism 4 deep. Kaveri needs a run, followed by Cool Credit and Baron Seedy behind them. 300 metres left to go. Silk Ali in front. Now Naturalism called on. Kaveri looks for a run at Festus running on. Silk Ali 250 to go. A length and a half in front. Naturalism is flat, trying to wear him down from Kaveri, and Cool Credit from a long way back. Silk Ali in front. Naturalism wearing him down, and then Cool Credit. Naturalism goes up to Silk Ali. Naturalism puts his head in front, and Naturalism. One and a short half head to Silk Ali and Cool Credit third. Then Kaveri and Mengo.
Number 1 going.
Silk Ali out in front at the 200. Silk Ali in front. He's hit the pull the whip on Naturalism, trying very hard. It's still Silk Ali about a length in front. Naturalism is answering the urgings of Dittman. Naturalism with a big weight. He's raced. He's put his nose in front. Silk Ali kicks Naturalism a nose. Silk Ali.
How's the weather in?
He was going to have to give so much weight away, and I remember George Moore saying to my father years ago that he said once horses get over 2,000 metres, they start having to carry 9 stone plus. He said it's very hard for them to win. Oh, this horse is carrying nearly 10 stone. Yeah, it's a sign of a very good horse, isn't it? Because, I mean...
One of the anomalies of this spring has been, Max, that Naturalism hasn't won a Group 1 race, and I think people will feel in a way that he's been the horse of the spring, yet he hasn't won at Group 1 level.
That is a great racehorse. I'd like to ask Michael Clark, can he win the Japan Cup?
You should know, Michael, you're the only Australian jockey to have won it.
I think he can, Max. He's a great horse where he can quicken in his race, and he's got a tremendous sprint, very hard to beat in the Japan Cup.
And they're all set to go. That's on, and they're off and racing. Caught the well. 500 metres to go, and it's caught Chaban by 2 lengths. Captain Cook second, Beachside third, Mannerism runs on. Then came Rough Habit, Mountain Rule starting to run on strongly. 300 metres to go, Corchaban in front, but here comes Rough Habit. Rough Habit's after Corchaban quickly, he cruised up the favourite. 3 lengths away, NASA Rocket running on, and then Beachside followed by Mountain Rule. 200 metres to go though, and Rough Habit got away. A half in front of Corchaban, who's kicking back. Rough Habit just in front, Corchaban kicking back, and he won. Corchaban kicked back the win on the inside, beat Rough Habit a half head. 3 away third, NASA strongly. 300 metres to go, Corchaban in front, but here comes Rough Habit. Rough Habit's after Corchaban quickly, he cruised up the favourite. 3 lengths away, NASA Rocket running on, and then Beachside followed by Mountain Rule. 200 metres to go though, and Rough Habit got away. A half in front of Corchaban, who's kicking back. Rough Habit just in front, Corchaban kicking back, and he won. Corchaban kicked back the win on the inside, beat Rough Habit a half head. 3 away third, NASA Rocket. Followed in...
It was on all the way.
That's a new record too, Gary. That's a new track record. Taking 0.3 off the previous record. Well, there's a...
Trotting, wasn't he?
They don't pay at the furlong.
Oh, Max, don't I know.
You're entitled to be in the queue there, though, weren't you?
Oh,
it was home.
It was home, and I thought Jim Cassidy rode extremely well.
Well, every commentator made a rep.
Say something again.
I'd say he had 59 kilos. I'd say if he had 56, he would have stayed the distance all right. It was a course record. It was running a very fast time. He was conceding 10 kilos, obviously, to a very dour stayer. It was just a beating, but Rough Habit is still an outstanding racehorse.
A year ago,
like Corchaban to go to Perth, and would you be interested?
With his lightweight.
Go and have a look at the Honda. It was a spectacular win in the end for Planet Royal. He came with a steaming run.
At the 950 metre mark, Prince of Praise carting them along a half to Solve at second. 3 to Dan Jicky out wide and further back Matinee Idol, followed by Excited Angel, and pulled out wide then is Palm Beach Vows. Back to the rail from Prince Algeria, fairway back from Let's Hurry, T Habit, Black Sun and Planet Ruler. Homeward bound Solve it on the outside of Prince of Praise. They're a length and a half to Soho Square. Big Dreams trying to get out from further back, then ready to explode, and Vows about to get its way clear. Then Take the Road, Dan Jicky down the outside. Prince Algeria's not in the race. Soho Square got to Solve it. Prince of Praise at the 250 metre mark from Vows, and then Dan Jicky followed by Take the Road. The leader here is Soho Square. Vows coming after it, and old Planet Ruler with a great run out wide. Soho Square in front, Vows, Planet Ruler over the top of them, and Planet Ruler. Planet Ruler's got up to win the Honda from either Soho Square and Vows.
Next down the outsiders Take the Road. It's Prince of Praise at the 300 and Solve It coming at them. Soho Square on the outside from Take the Road. Then came Dan Jicky, 3 in line at the 200 metre mark, and taking the lead Soho Square from Solve It. Prince of Praise. Here's Vows finishing well now, and down the outsiders Planet Ruler. Soho Square in front. Planet Ruler's flashing home, and the old fella Planet Ruler's won it. Planet Ruler out wide from Soho Square and Vows, and
running down with 300 metres to go. Solve It the outside of Prince of Praise. Soho Square joins in. Vows getting out. Take the road. Danjiki wide, then Big Dreams. Soho Square in front. 150 to go. Soho Square the leader. Vows bearing it down, and Planet Ruler late down the outside. Soho Square in front. Planet Ruler swabbing them, and Planet Ruler's got up. Planet Ruler's got up to beat Soho Square and Vows. Then Excited Angel close up. Well, an upset, but I got to say this horse is one of the best I've seen, particularly here at Flemington. Number 2, Planet Ruler, ridden by Michael Clark, has flashed mistakes.
He's a great horse at Flemington, Danny. He always seems to produce his best runs. And you did mention to me you thought he was a bit...
And, you know, that he's an 8-year-old, but he just needed a Flemington fast track and back over a mile, ideal conditions, plenty of pace. He put up one of his Gadsden finishes.
Probably 8-year-old Planet Ruler has been a marvellous campaigner in each of his 7 seasons of racing. The Honda Stakes was the 5th Group 1 success of his career.
Distance of a mile and run very fast time.
He was the oldest horse in the race at 8 years, and probably we did overlook that he'd won twice before at Group 1 level at that distance, the George Main and the Toorak Handicap.
Yes, and 55 kilos yesterday, Keith, for him was probably a luxury weight. Even though he's been out of form a little bit, he does take a little bit of racing to come right, and yeah, more distance.
Hasn't it been a great season for 8-year-olds, though?
The thing with this fellow, too, is that his injury was probably worse than Better Loosen Up, and he's been able to make this remarkable recovery, hasn't he, Planet Ruler?
I think they were very unlucky, the Hay stable, yesterday with Planet Ruler. He was steaming home at the end of the winter bottom. What a good horse this Barossa Boy is. Let's have a look at the final stages of the other big race from Perth, with Barossa Boy holding out Planet Ruler.
At the 700, Asian Incline held together. With them, Dr. Golly's off. Pago's King doing nothing midfield. And then Medicine Kid, Milady's Jewel. Planet Ruler badly barricaded. And Straight No Isis last of all. Around the bend, into the straight with Asian Incline the leader. Now Barossa Boy out. Pago Escort is gone. Then Welcome Night Vows. Pago's King gone. And Dr. Golly, Medicine Kid down the outside. But Barossa Boy, he burst to the lead. It's over. Barossa Boy shot clear. Welcome Night, Planet Ruler flying, but Barossa Boy in front, and Barossa Boy won. About a half house. Pago's King gone, and Dr. Golly, Medicine Kid down the outside, but Barossa Boy, he burst to the lead. It's over. Barossa Boy shot clear. Welcome Night, Planet Ruler flying, but Barossa Boy in front, and Barossa Boy won. About a half length. Planet Ruler an enormous run second. Welcome Night or Vows and a photo there for third.
His last start was in the Gadsden, 16 out of 20, but that's not his normal form. Max, 22 wins from 43, over the $1 million. He's a terrific horse. And gee, their second horse is flying, Planet Ruler.
I think the honours go to Planet Ruler. To give a horse like Barossa Boy that much start, to finish that well, to be that unlucky. Obviously, Planet Ruler, at his age, still has plenty of racing left in him. I thought it was a...
Racecourse is some of the best racehorses in the world, prepared for the richest horse race in the world, the Japan Cup. Today, more than 190,000 will pack the course as a field of 14 competes for the winner's cheque of $1.75 million. The Australian...
They betting yesterday in Sydney, the bookmakers first. $53 million has been bet in Japan already, as we're going to take a look at the odds right around the world. Now, take note, that's the Japan market. Naturalism is at 13-2 with Let's Elope. They're equal second favourites behind User Friendly. 53 million so far in that Japan market. The Super Tab, now the TAB is open in Victoria today.
I always say that she's had the preparation of Naturalism. That's why I think he'll beat her. But our horses are there.
Philly, good luck to her. But I'm going to disagree with you, Max and Keith. I think Let's Elope will win today. I think she's the best horse I've seen here for a long time, and I reckon Bart's got her at her top. We'll see who's right.
Now they're ready, they're racing, they're off. And they're away to a very good start too. User Friendly down on the inside. Naturalism away nicely. Behind those is Let's Elope. And the first out third, and that is User Friendly, about 3 or 4 lengths further back in the field. Then came Naturalism, who's now gone to fourth. Over along the inside, then came Hishima Shogun. Further back in the field, then came Torco Takeo. A length and a half to Akuno Dictus, Yamaman Global, Verdamon. Let's Elope back second last, followed further back by Hishima Saru as they come up to the bend, and the leader Legacy World. They're about to run run for home in the Japan Cup, and Legacy World first for home. Here's User Friendly on the outside. Dr. Devious struggling. They're followed further back by under the whip at the head of the others, Naturalism, who's going back to the inside and starting to come home well as they come down with 300 metres to go. Naturalism got up on the inside. Torquay TKO out wider on the track and swept up to it. Naturalism the inside, 200 out. Torquay TKO, followed by Yanoming Global. Torquay TKO and Naturalism, 100 to go. Torquay TKO and Naturalism, Torquay TKO, stride from Deer Doctor, Torquay TKO, and Torquay TKO has won the cup ahead on the post of Naturalism. Third home Naturalism the inside, 200 out. Torquay TKO, followed by Yanoming Global. Torquay TKO and Naturalism, 100 to go. Torquay TKO and Naturalism, Torquay TKO, stride from Deer Doctor, Torquay TKO, and Torquay TKO has won the cup ahead on the post of Naturalism. Third home of the race is Deer Doctor. They cleared out to Legacy World, who ran fourth, and there followed further back. In flashes in the frame, number 14, Torquay TKO, the horse of the year of last year, has defeated Naturalism, who went back to the inside in the straight. And all but got on terms with 11 and 9 for the night. So there's the salute, an incredible sight of over 140,000 people. 140,000 roar for a Carby.
Each crowd, very emotional race, I felt, from everybody's point of view. Keith, Naturalism just failing, Let's Elope unfortunately bleeding, Mick Dittman producing one of the great rides. What a day it was.
Yes, put all that together, and that's exactly what the Japan Cup turned out to be, Bruce.
Absolutely rang me on Sunday night from Japan, so excited about your ride. The horse himself, did you feel going into the race with the hoof problem that he was going to be very much disadvantaged?
Worried early in the morning. Lee was quite worried about him. But, you know, once I got onto the... because he was quite lame early in the morning, but with the horse. And as soon as I saw Lee's face, I knew something. But he was lame right up until probably only a couple of hours before he went to the races. And
well, it's extraordinary, isn't it? Quite unbelievable that the horse could run so well with such a setback. Mick, let's go.
When he dashed through, I thought he was going to win, but the winner joined me on the outside reasonably quickly and looked to have something in hand. But he fought back very strongly, this horse, and it was only in the last 50 metres that he started to get the best of me.
Give yourself so you're obviously within that final furlong, 200 metres, Mick, you fancied your chances right up until about 50 to go.
I thought with 100 metres to go that I'd kick back and beat him, but he just started to get the best of me in the last 50 metres of the race.
Sullivan.
Over on the outside of that, runners they head round the turn with Shirazelle. Namui's pretty well back, and Lance O'Sullivan trying to ride it now to get somewhere close to them. And less than 400 left. Davishki in front, but going to it is Freedom of Scope. The outside, here comes Clear Cut and Rhythm. Down the outside, where's the favourite? Namui's got a mile of ground to make up. At the moment, Clear Cut dash to the front, 180 metres to go from Rhythm. Here comes the favourite, Namui. What a finish, it's putting in down the outside. Clear Cut in front, but Namui's mowing them down. What a performance from this filly. Namui won it by 2 lengths going away. Clear Cut dash to the front, 180 metres to go from Rhythm. Here comes the favourite, Namui. What a finish, it's putting in down the outside. Clear Cut in front, but Namui's mowing them down. What a performance from this filly. Namui won it by 2 lengths going away. Clear Cut, Rhythm.
Acres from the family that produced Hula Chief and Hula Drum, who were both Group 1 winners in Australia.
Nimue and Hula Strike clashed at their next appearance, the Bayer Classic over 1,600 metres. Lance O'Sullivan preferred to ride the filly, who vindicated his choice with an easy win.
When Captive Edition will swing the corner first. Sir Willie Montague away from the fence to come out after him. Wider out Kyle Lee. Clear Cut behind him. Here's Hula Strike and Namui both to the outside. It's Captive Edition in front. From Sir Willie Montague, Namui and Hula Strike. State King the inside, but they haven't got Captive Edition. Here's Namui. Namui going out to Captive Edition. She's grabbed him. She is brilliant. Namui. And Namui and Hula Strike. State King the inside, but they haven't got Captive Edition. Here's Namui. Namui going out to Captive Edition. She's grabbed him. She is brilliant. Namui. And Namui has beaten Captive Edition.
Regarded as the best filly seen in New Zealand for several years, Nimue is a daughter of Star Way.
Also run on Boxing Day is the New Zealand Derby at Ellerslie. Promising 3-year-old, the Phantom Chance, had made his racing debut in October. And in the Classic, he was going for his 6th successive win.
Into the straight, 400 to go, and Shrewd Operator slipped away, but coming out it all in front, and here's the Phantom Chance after them, 3 wide. Cup of Edition coming into it too. The Phantom Chance has got the lead. Cup of Edition is fighting strong on the outside. Naval Captain starting to run on. Cup of Edition coming back at the Phantom Chance. The Phantom Chance and Cup of Edition down to a nice old go. The Phantom Chance, the inside. Cup of Edition might have got his nose in front. He has, and coming back at him, the Phantom Chance. There's nothing. Its nose is almost dead heat. I don't care. The Phantom Chance, the inside. Cup of Edition might have got his nose in front. He has, and coming back at him, the Phantom Chance. There's nothing. Its nose is almost dead heat. I don't care. The Phantom Chance thinks he's got it on the inside. Vance, the outside was Cup of Edition. Possibly noses that point.
In a punishing finish, the Phantom Chance gained a narrow win in track record time.
The David Hayes trained Courtier Band set a cracking pace.
And Courtier Band still leads by 5. Red Javelin, however, is going to second. From Beat Faloo, Field Officer, 2 to dance the day away. Then 50 to go. And Red Javelin moves up to go to the lead around the corner. Red Javelin heads Courtier Band. Field Officer's coming quickly. Well back to Beat Faloo, Polyphony, and Dance the Day away. But Field Officer, 1:30 to go, has got the cup parcelled up. Field Officer, race 3 clear. Red Javelin, Courtier Band. Polyphony coming home, but Field Officer wins the cup by 4.5 lengths from Red Javelin.
Field Officer became the first 3-year-old since Dayata in 1972 to win Western Australia's premier staying race. Finish, the Phantom Chance gained a narrow win in track record time.
The rising stars on the New Zealand racing scene is Calm Harbour. A winner of 6 races from 7 starts, the 4-year-old was having his first test at Group 1 level in the Thornton Mile.
Full charge on the outside of Calm Harbour. Full charge has hit the front now. Calm Harbour's giving on the inside though. Then we've got Moiray Romany Conti from a fair way back. O'Sullivan asked Calm Harbour. He dug in deep and found plenty. Calm Harbour with 150 metres to go. 2 lengths Romany Conti, Moiray. He is a doozy. Calm Harbour nearly 3 lengths Romany Conti.
Lance O'Sullivan's 5th Group 1 success of the season was achieved very comfortably. We'll see more of Calm Harbour. The brilliant Scalacci returned to racing in mid-January with a win in the Rubiton Stakes.
They're off. And Scalacci first into stride from Ellie Shan, beginning very quickly as Tangian Prince, the centre, Mr. Cube. And they were followed by King Marauding. 100 metres left to go. King Marauding is the leader. 1.5 lengths, Tangian Prince, Scalacci third. And then Riddell from there, followed by Ellie Shan. And back behind them is Mr. Cube. Now Scalacci is starting to stretch out. He's coming after these leaders. Mr. on the inside there, King Marauding. In the centre, Tangian Prince and Scalacci trying to get to them. Tangian Prince is the leader. Scalacci down the outside is grabbing them. Scalacci's level. Scalacci and Tangian Prince. Scalacci, I think's got there from Tangian Prince. King Marauding flying home. Mr. Cube
is with him. Scalacci, Tangian Prince get to the front from King Marauding. Tangian Prince in front. Scalacci under pressure. Tangian Prince a neck in front of King Marauding. Scalacci on the outside, lunging near the line. The grey puts a big bound in and gets up. Yes, Scalacci on the post.
Ellie Shan is last 55. It's a new record.
Scalacci broke the Australian record at Sandown.
I think Scalacci is a champion sprinter, and this is why he is a champion. He knows where the winning post is. When it's required, he pulls it out. He gets to the line.
Scalacci had his next start in the Group 1 William Reid Stakes at Moonee Valley.
Scalacci under some pressure at the 400-metre mark. Tangian Prince, Jack Pill together. A length further back, Scalacci. He's throwing everything at it now. Oliver there, followed by Spanish Mix, and further back, King Marauding. Razor Rhythm pull to the outside. Tangian Prince travelling well. Put his head in front of Jack Pill when they turn. A length further back, Scalacci from Spanish Mix. Tangian Prince in front. Scalacci not getting there at the moment. Down the outside, Razor Rhythm with a late run. Scalacci after Tangian Prince getting a run through. Spanish Mix who drives through. Spanish Mix. Spanish Mix, I think, has got through to win from either Tangian Prince and Scalacci in a great go. At the moment, down the outside, Razor Rhythm with a late run. Scalacci after Tangian Prince getting a run through. Spanish Mix who drives through. Spanish Mix. Spanish Mix, I think, has got through to win from either Tangian Prince and Scalacci in a great go.
Spanish Mix caused an upset in the William Reid.
But tell us about Let's Elope very quickly.
Let's Elope's off to America. She has run her last race in Australia. She leaves on Tuesday week, Bruce, and she'll race there with the aid of drugs that are banned in Australia for bleeders.
Racing in the autumn of 1992, Better Loosen Up's comeback had been plagued by a series of frustrating events for trainer David Hayes. In his opinion, only bad luck in running had prevented the 7-year-old from winning the Cox Plate. In early February, the champ produced a first-up run at Morfordville that convinced Hayes that Better Loosen Up was close to a win. Next was Better Loosen Up around Transplant Ladden, 5 to Hot Arch. On the swing, 400 out. Spondula from Fabiano's Girl. Wilson has eased Redelver off their heels, moves up 3 deep. Valkanite was next. Down the outside, Colebrook is running a bit of a race and then kicks. It's Fabiano's Girl at the 200. She's holding this big, powerful chestnut, Redelver. Colebrook is now coming out very wide on the track. And look at Better Loosen Up, rocket home. And Hot Arch is coming with him. Better Loosen Up and Hot Arch, they go to the line. Hot Arch! Hot Arch has won. Better Loosen Up has run one of the best races of his career. He's either second. Oh, I'd love to be able to see David Hayes' face at the moment. This bloke has very nearly won the race.
His run was sensational that day. He was beaten narrowly in an 1100 metre, and even at his best, I don't think I could have expected him to run much better. He was back, had his foot right back on the till and ready to win, and in his final gallop for the Blamey, which by chance wasn't a strong Blamey, and we're all primed up for him to have his first win back, and he's just dipped in his gallop and he went. And it was just a tragedy, but the horse, he's fine now, but we've decided to retire the horse because we just don't want to put him at risk.
Less than a week later, Better Loosen Up injured a tendon in a track gallop, and his retirement was immediately announced. A winner of $4.7 million in stakes and 8 Group 1 races, including the Japan Cup, Better Loosen Up will spend his retirement at Lindsay Park.
People around the world stand up and take note, and he did what Farlap had done some 60 years earlier, and that to me is just at the top of the mountain.
At day's end, never let it be said Better Loosen Up didn't go the distance. Never.
The mighty Superimpose was retired a few days later. With career earnings of $5.6 million, Super retired as Australia's greatest stakes-winning thoroughbred. The 8-year-old created racing history by winning 4 feature-mile races at Randwick and put the seal on his outstanding career with a popular victory in Australasia's greatest weight-for-age race, the Cox Plate.
More, but very few can do what he did over such a long period of time, and you know, it will always be a very fond memory of him. I won't be alive to see the next horse win 4 Randwick miles, and I don't think anyone will live to see one win 4 Randwick miles starting with 57 in the weights. So he'll have that record on his own, and I don't think there'll be too many 8-year-olds win Cox Plates either. So if that's the definition of a champion, then he's a champion.
Lee Freeman and Damien Oliver were soon back in the Group 1 winners' circle when Durbridge won the CF4 Stakes, a race promoted to Group 1 status this season.
Minyama by 3 lengths Apari, Quegent ridden along third and 2 lengths to Durbridge, 2 lengths Jolly Old Mac, Corndale, they're off the bit, back behind them Planet Ruler, Sub-Zero and Star of the Realm last 12 from the leader when they balance for home, 300 out and Minyama still 3 in front of Zapari, Durbridge winding up and then Jolly Old Mac followed by Corndale, Minyama 200 out, 2 lengths to Durbridge, Jolly Old Mac, Corndale and then Zapari, it's Durbridge racing up to Minyama, it's Durbridge taking the lead now and then Jolly Old Mac, Durbridge in front of Jolly Old Mac and Corndale, and Durbridge is going to win it by a length. Jolly Old Mac is second, Corndale got up for third.
With tremendous potential was Coronation Chinglecold. With tremendous potential was Coronation Day. With 2 Group 1 wins to his credit during the spring, the 3-year-old looked poised for a successful autumn campaign following this first-up win.
Further back, Valant Star, followed by Sakulu and Cohort as they top the rise where Preeminence grabbed the lead clear of Atlantic Brave and Zoff. Further out, Eastern approaches. Sublimate is still there. Past the 200, Preeminence in front from Sublimate. Legal Agent closer to the inside. Here's Coronation Day. Coronation Day with giant strides is gobbling them up. He's coming home brilliantly. He'll win. Coronation Day is back with a vengeance. Chagall has jumped out of the ground.
Unfortunately, this was the last run of Coronation Day's short but successful career. While being trained for the Doncaster Handicap, the colt suffered a leg injury, forcing him into early retirement. Coronation Day will commence his stud career.
In the Light Fingers Stakes, several of our best fillies launched their autumn campaigns. The winner was to go on and prove herself to be one of the best of her generation.
Burst is even wider, and then Flitter followed by Mahia, and well back final answer Crinoline, and Love Comes to Town as they come over the rise past the 400 mark, and Skating shot to the front on top of the hill. She burst away about 3 lengths on Closhan. Slight Chance on the outside, running on gamely, followed by Burst, but Skating is well clear with 150 to go. Closhan and Slight Chance are making absolutely no headway, neither is Burst, and it is all Skating. Skating is going to win the Light Fingers in great style. Skating beats Slight Chance or the fast finishing Flitter. Not much in it for second.
Down in Melbourne, the weight for age performers were in action at Flemington in the Group 2 Blamey Stakes.
500 left to go. Lovey for home by 2 lengths. Prince Salieri, Frontier Boy under pressure. He eases out on Jolly Old Mac. 3 wide and 4 wide comes Mannerism with Walter last. Lovey goes for home at the 300. 2 lengths. Prince Salieri coming after her. Jolly Old Mac and Mannerism are both making runs together down the outside. Lovey at the 200 metre mark by a length. Prince Salieri, Mannerism and Jolly Old Mac are taking all the time in the world to get there. 4 across the track now, and Prince Salieri in the centre, and Lovey. It's 4 across the track now with Prince Salieri going home better, and he's won it. Prince Salieri has won it from either Jolly...
Throughout his career, Prince Salieri was an honest and consistent competitor at the highest level. The Blade tired at the end of the season and will stand at Ardsley Stud in New Zealand.
A Lightning Stakes marked the emergence of the brilliant Scalacci. On the anniversary of his first Group 1 success, the 4-year-old showed why he is the best sprinter seen in Australia for some time.
It's Clever Zoe in front at the 300, only about 2 lengths Uzuk. Spanish Mix, and then a length and a half to Scalacci, given full bore. Clever Zoe at the 200 in front of Uzuk. Spanish Mix, and then Scalacci. It's Clever Zoe in front, 100 out. Here comes Scalacci. He's hitting top gear now. Clever Zoe a neck, but Scalacci, the big grey flash, is going to win it. Scalacci from Clever Zoe. Uzuk is third. It's Clever Zoe in front at the 300, only about 2 lengths Uzuk. Spanish Mix, and then a length and a half to Scalacci, given full bore. Clever Zoe at the 200 in front of Uzuk. Spanish Mix, and then Scalacci. It's Clever Zoe in front, 100 out. Here comes Scalacci. He's hitting top gear now. Clever Zoe a neck, but Scalacci, the big grey flash, is going to win it. Scalacci from Clever Zoe. Uzuk is third.
The race for the fastest horses, and yesterday it was the Oakley Plate, because Mukhtar showed brilliant speed after getting away slowly.
The last on the turn, where Mukhtar straightened up in front of Richmond Boy and led by a length into the straight. Then Zodiac Miss and Jack Pill, and Mukhtar shot away. Down to the 250, he's gone out 3 or 4 now. Jack Pill runs to second. My Satin Star finishing well down the outside from Zodiac Miss. Alias Combabash, and Isn't She Gorgeous? But Mukhtar full of running, 100 out. 3 in front, Isn't She Gorgeous finishing very quickly. Mukhtar holding on, Isn't She Gorgeous lunging. Mukhtar along head, Isn't She Gorgeous? 3 lengths away.
Mukhtar's win gave the young jockey-trainer combination of Stephen Baster and Mark Riley their first Group 1 success.
Another apprentice winning. Gee, it was a big job, wasn't it, when you look at how hard that horse was ridden in the first 800 to go. It was a super run.
At 650 out, still by 12 lengths to Durbridge, who's setting sail after him now. In third place is Fra, 2.5 lengths further back. Hard ridden is Corndale, and the other two not responding at the moment. Star of the Realm and Sub-Zero as they come up towards the home turner. Minyama by 6 lengths to Durbridge, a length away Fra, 4 lengths to Corndale, Star of the Realm, and Sub-Zero as they make the home turn with 350 metres left to go. And Minyama coming back to the field, led only 3 lengths to Durbridge, who's now in hot pursuit, followed by Fra. Star of the Realm running on down the outside. He's coming home strongly, Star of the Realm, as they come to the 200. Minyama is still the leader. Star of the Realm on the outside is the danger, though. He's grabbed the lead very quickly, Star of the Realm. He's well clear now of Fra. Durbridge is beaten, but Star of the Realm drawing away for a big win. Star of the Realm goes on to score. He's won by 4 lengths to Fra, getting up for third, 2 lengths away Sub-Zero. He's coming home strongly, Star of the Realm, as they come to the 200. Minyama is still the leader. Star of the Realm on the outside is the danger, though. He's grabbed the lead very quickly, Star of the Realm. He's well clear now of Fra. Durbridge is beaten, but Star of the Realm drawing away for a big win. Star of the Realm goes on to score. He's won by 4 lengths to Fra, getting up for third, 2 lengths away Sub-Zero.
Well, we should mention Sub-Zero's run too. It was very good. Yes, the most interesting question from yesterday was Star of the Realm. Is he a really top horse, or is he one of these horses that wins one race in a preparation? He did it in the Derby, he did it during the spring. Yesterday he looked, well, he looked like Naturalism and Viander Cross rolled into one, didn't he?
Or you are.
But he looked like a Group 1 winner, left, right and centre yesterday.
Bruce, Naturalism and Viander Cross rolled in together.
Well, he looked just
He's
yesterday.
not in their class.
Well, just yesterday.
No.
Hey, Max, I'm with you this time.
No.
Hey, Max, you weren't at Flemington today. You beat Naturalism in the Derby.
Yes, I was there,
Okay.
and it was a fluke.
A fluke?
A fluke. F-L-U-K-E. Is that how we spell it, Keith?
Yeah, it sure is.
That's it, Max, that's it.
Max, be careful with your background when you spell words on TV, but I'll tell you what I'll do. This horse can beat Naturalism this time in.
Oh, what, with the aid of a tow truck?
Okay.
Is the Cambridge Stud International. In this Group 1 event, the talented 3-year-old, the Phantom Chance, was chasing his 8th successive win.
Up towards the turn they travel now, and the Cambridge Stud International. Angelica's going to lead them in from on the outside. Solvet in behind them, the Phantom Chance. Gaytrees, the Phantom Chance a bit wide out, and Young Pirate's coming into it too now. The Phantom Chance lengthens. At the moment, Solvet the leader from Young Pirate, the Phantom Chance, and down the outside on the beach, Gaytrees looking for a run in behind them. Young Pirate now, the Phantom Chance, Solvet, and on the beach, Young Pirate, the Phantom Chance, the outside getting the upper hand, the Phantom Chance, Young Pirate, the Phantom Chance, Young Pirate, and I think Lurk raced into third from Gaytrees, Solvet on the beach.
The Phantom Chance joins Bone Crusher as the only horses to have won the Derby International Double. With two Group 1 wins for the season, the Phantom Chance proved himself a top-class 3-year-old, one that Australians are likely to see in action in the spring.
New Zealand, the Lion Brown Stakes over 1400. Rough Habit the favourite. Let's look at the winner, Viander Cross, and we'll discuss his prospects for the Australian Cup.
About 12 or 13 lengths first to last. They get to the 600 and the leaders now not so. From Quick Score the outside, Lord Trident lying third from Cape Stead, Rough Harbour and Penny Royal. On the inside of these then to Hyper Vein, they're followed by Fun Affair, Viander Cross well back in the field as they come to the turn, Javelin, Rough Habit, and last of all is Greg. Round the turn in the Lion Brown, about 350 to go, and not so's the leader. Over on the outside then to Quick Score, coming into it on the inside is Lord. Coming into it on the inside is Lord Trident. Oh, here comes Viander Cross. He's made a great run. He's got to the lead very quickly. Coming after him, Cape Stead. Rough Habit's emerging late. Viander Cross has got it sewn up. He's 3 lengths in front. Rough Habit finishing well. Cape Stead. And on the inside, Lord Trident. A late run from Javelin, but oh, Viander Cross has killed them. Javelin second and Rough Habit third. A Quick Score coming into it on the inside is Lord Trident. Oh, here comes Viander Cross. He's made a great run. He's got to the lead very quickly. Coming after him, Cape Stead. Rough Habit's emerging late. Viander Cross has got it sewn up. He's 3 lengths in front. Rough Habit finishing well. Cape Stead. And on the inside, Lord Trident. A late run from Javelin, but oh, Viander Cross has killed them. Javelin second and Rough Habit third. That'll be a
run on the
photo.
Gee, Max, he looked as good as Star of the Realm and Naturalism wrapped into one, didn't he?
Leave Star of the Realm out of that class, Bruce. There is a racehorse. I'm a great admirer of Naturalism, but by gee, he's going to have his hooves full keeping up with the Viander Cross, particularly, well, I just wonder which way Mick Dittman's going to go now. But
he's going to jump on.
And John Wheeler, who prepared Rough Habit for that race, but will prepare Viander Cross here, said it was the best one he's ever seen. It was frightening, wasn't it?
Oh, it was wonderful. Max, we've got a bit to look forward to, particularly in Sydney. There's no doubt about it. You're going to see the best races this autumn, because the Australian Cup's a very good race, but I think the big clash will be Naturalism, Viander Cross, and dare I say, Star of the Realm when they get together in Sydney, Max. He doesn't go as well. Look at the autumn.
The star attraction in the Apollo Stakes. Just imagine had he won the Japan Cup, the adulation in which he would have been held, even in finishing second. Of course, he's been rocketed to prominence on the turf all over the world. Last as they near the corner, this race is developing into a sprint, coming out 4 wide and is starting to stoke up as they straighten into the home stretch, and Burst and Mahia, the 2 leaders over Kinjite. Naturalism couldn't sprint with them after they turned for home. He's taking a while to get going, and Burst is clear. Here he comes now. Naturalism took him a little while to get going, but he's coming after Burst. He's got them covered. Naturalism grabs the lead in the shadows of the post, and the great horse is back with a vengeance. Naturalism beat Kinjite. Burst is third. Naturalism couldn't sprint with them after they turned for home. He's taking a while to get going, and Burst is clear. Here he comes now. Naturalism took him a little while to get going, but he's coming after Burst. He's got them covered. Naturalism grabs the lead in the shadows of the post, and the great horse is back with a vengeance. Naturalism beat Kinjite. Burst is third. And
a couple of strides there, I was saying this is going to be tougher than I thought, but now he's hitting top gear. Have a look at him get to the line, this bloke. We've got him now. No, he's sweet. Just done his job. Had a little look over the shoulder, and that's enough.
Oh, Ian Craig, take care. There's a budding race caller in the wings.
Max, you couldn't see Max. I can see him in Sydney at the moment. He pulled the whip halfway down the straight.
Well, that's why I wouldn't be any good at the caper. I've got to pull the whip and give a cheer.
Max, it was
perfect.
As we've said, naturalism is something special.
Gee, you might be as good a Star of the Realm, Keith, on that run, mightn't you?
I want to be on naturalism when they clash now. He's a very good horse, the best in Australia, but we're going to see his genuine challenger at Caulfield this afternoon, Viandacross, Bruce, 5-2 on in his essay at the Heath today.
Yes, that clash between naturalism and Viandacross is a bit like Waverley Star and Bone Crusher in '86. I can't remember such an exciting build-up to two horses going against one another for a long time.
Stakes, several two-year-olds emerged as serious contenders, but none were as impressive as the filly Lady Jackie-O.
Lady Jackie-O took the lead now from Azawea, and then Princess Shauna dropping out of it, followed by Crown of Seaton. Less than 200 out now, and this is Home and Ho's Lady Jackie-O. Raced away 4 in front of Azawea, Crown of Seaton, Princess Shauna. But Lady Jackie-O back to her best form, strolls home. Lady Jackie-O by 6 on the post. Second as...
Run-off. Dittman tested the 4-year-old in the Carlion Cup.
Shortcut took the lead from Narani, fighting back, and there's still about 3 lengths in front of Viandacross, who's getting to a clear third on the inside of Notwithstanding, in front of Viandacross, who's getting to a clear third on the inside of Notwithstanding, coming around the turn now. And it's Narani and Shortcut in front, but he eases off the fence on Viandacross now. And the champion New Zealander races up alongside them. It's Viandacross taking the lead for Dittman, gives him a slap with the whip. He got a length and a half in front now, drawing clear from Spring Hill Lad going to second, and then Shortcut, Native Neptune finishing well, but the champ from Kiwi Land to Viandacross wins it, eased up by 3 lengths.
Viandacross gathers the leaders up quickly at the 200-metre mark. Narani, Shortcut, and then Spring Hill Lad. But away he goes, the Kiwi. Viandacross races clear, 3 lengths in front of Spring Hill Lad. Native Neptune from a long way back, but it's easy work for Viandacross. And the New Zealanders back in style. Viandacross by 3 lengths.
Trained by John Wheeler, Viandacross the red-hot favourite at 11-4 on.
Taken by Stephen King. For the first time in his career, Scalacci was seen in the uncustomary role of pacemaker.
It's Scalacci first into the straight, slipped a couple in front of jolly old Mac Torquil. Then came Razor Rhythm, Mannerism out wide. Scalacci at the 200, led by 3 lengths. Jolly old Mac, Excited Angel, Hilda Strike, Mannerism out wide. But Scalacci in front, 100 out. He's got a big lead over Excited Angel, Mannerism, and it's Scalacci who'll win the futurity. Scalacci all the way, a length and a quarter. Excited Angel up the 200, led by 3 lengths. Jolly old Mac, Excited Angel, Hilda Strike, Mannerism out wide. But Scalacci in front, 100 out. He's got a big lead over Excited Angel, Mannerism, and it's Scalacci who'll win the futurity. Scalacci all the way, a length and a quarter. Excited Angel, a big run second. Hilda Strike got up.
Scalacci's win in the futurity was his 6th at Group 1 level, and there was more to come.
Trainer John Sadler produced a magnificent Blue Diamond winner with his first starter in Victoria's Premier 2-year-old event. Lady Jackie-O turned in one of the best recent performances in the race to win and proves she's right up to the best in the land. First today was Blue Diamond Stakes. Punters got it down to Lady Jackie-O, favourite at 5-2, Keltrice at 7-2. Things got rough at the turn, and
Prospect a fair way back, Bernard Argento, followed by Alack, then Jet Ball. Lady Jackie-O back about 4th last. Lord Barley, Magic of Money, the heavyweight Land Speed Record. Justice prevails as they turn for home. Caltrice straight up on the inside, the Colt in front when they turn now at the 300-metre mark, and away he went. It's Caltrice a length and a half in front of Miss Prospect down the outside, and Lady Jackie-O getting into the clear. Caltrice in front, 150 to go. Lady Jackie-O is starting to wear it down from Miss Prospect, and on the outside then Magic of Money. Lady of Jackie-O's grab, Caltrice, 50 metres to go. A great performance in the Blue Diamond. Lady Jackie-O. 3/4 Caltrice, Justice prevails. Flashed home out wide to run.
at the turn, and Lady Jackie-O showed great fight.
And Keltrice first into the straight from Ken Vane. Lady Jackie-O's got knocked down trying to get a run. She's bursting through an opening now. Keltrice at the 200. 2 in front. Lady Jackie-O after her from Miss Prospect. Keltrice in front. Lady Jackie-O a length astern, trying very hard. She's lifting. It's a mighty run. Lady Jackie-O charges to the front and she's won it from Keltrice.
Courage won the day for this filly.
Wearing the Hawthorn colours, Lady Jackie-O started favourite.
For Greg Hall.
The time-honoured Newmarket Handicap is regarded as the toughest sprint race in Australia. In a field of 21, the best-backed runner in the race was the David Hayes-trained Primacy.
Handy, and Victory Dias is wider out on the course, and they were followed by Welcome Night. Just behind them is Jack Pill. Let's Hurry is ridden along at the moment, followed by Office and Blaylock's Bull. Out on the grandstand, and Mukhtar in front with Not Related, Black Rouge after it. Storaya has switched down the middle of the track now at the 300, and Primacy went for home on the flat side. He kicked out now to Victory Dias, and out wide Mukhtar's in front here with Blue Boss coming at it, but it's Primacy over on the flat in front of Victory Dias. Primacy in front of the Newmarket on the flat. Primacy in front, he'll win the Newmarket. Primacy He's won it from Victory Dyer second. Now Keita might have grabbed third. Blue.
Carry.
It's Primacy hitting the front down on the flat side. The grandstand rail out here. Mutkar in front from Not Related. Blue Boss coming up the outside fence. Dorea's gone back to the middle, but Primacy over on the flat side in front of Victory Dias, followed by Keita. Primacy wins the Newmarket. Primacy has got home.
The 3-year-old jumped to the rails from barrier 4 and ran 108.1 for the 1200 metres, starting favourite at 11 to 4.
He looks a good one, maybe not a great one, not the win. Keith, the fastest Newmarket on record, not the track record. Your feeling on this 3-year-old?
It's a fabulous win, 1:08.3. That's only 0.3 of a second outside final Cards track record. It was a culmination, Bruce, of very well-laid plans that included a bit of a blind that maybe fooled the handicappers, and Primacy got into this race very well with 52 kilos. He's in the Doncaster well too with 51. I think he can run 16.
OK, let's look. The Australian Cup has produced some memorable performances, bone crushing.
Up like that, Bruce. Viander Cross's even money favourite. He was last night and Star of the Realm at 3 to 1. But we've had a lot of rain at Fleming.
Your feelings on Viander Cross? You had a good look at him last Sunday?
I think he'll win very easily, Bruce. I think he's an outstanding horse, and this will set the scene for the inevitable clash of he and naturalism, and that will be the race of the decade for sure.
Max, you would have seen it on closed circuit.
I'm a Viander Cross man in everything until he comes up against naturalism.
You're preferring naturalism at this stage?
At this stage, but we've still got a few weeks to go.
Bruce, can I take...
Gee, you'd almost love to get it, wouldn't you? 3 to 1 Star of the Realm, 9 Mannerism, and Greg Hall's... What?
Tomorrow.
Oh,
Viander Cross or Star of the Realm?
Viander Cross is a certainty. He'll win, particularly with the rain.
Can you switch?
Well, you've got to switch.
And Durbridge into the straight, the leader from Fra, Prince Salieri. Viander Cross on the outside, clear of Mannerism. Star of the Realm's under the whip, last of all, 400 to go. Durbridge in front of Fra, 2 lengths back now. Viander Cross, Dittman's asking him to go. He's starting to wind up now. They've got to the 200. Durbridge grabbed by Fra. Now Viander Cross coming. Prince Salieri just behind them. Fra's in front. Dittman goes for Viander Cross with the whip. He answers magnificently. The champion strides away, Viander Cross. Viander Cross for the Australian Cup, a length and a half. Either Fra or Star of the Realm, who only got warm in the last 200 flying. Star of the Realm's under the whip, last of all, 400 to go. Durbridge in front of Fra. 2 lengths back now, Viander Cross. Dittman's asking him to go. He's starting to wind up now. They've got to the 200. Durbridge grabbed by Fra. Now Viander Cross coming. Prince Salieri just behind them. Fra's in front. Dittman goes for Viander Cross with the whip. He answers magnificently. The champion strides away, Viander Cross. Viander Cross for the Australian Cup, a length and a half. Either Fra or Star of the Realm, who only got warm in the last 200 flying. Either Fra or Star of the Realm, who only got warm in the last 200 flying.
Viander Cross bought in a package for just $940, took his stakes past $2 million with ease. Now to Sydney for the Ranvet and BMW, where he's likely to clash with Australasia's other current champion, Naturalism.
We've been aiming at Sydney all along, really. This is a nice lead-up race for him, and
hope between Australasia's 2 best horses.
I'd hate to get off this horse and not be able to get back on him, and you know, that'd be a crying shame.
Viander Cross always in the red, started 11 to 4 on favourite. Star of the Realm 6 to 1.
But
BMW, the Ranvet, and BMW, the Ranvet.
And who will Dittman ride?
He'll ride Naturalism.
Definitely.
Yep.
When did you get that commitment?
Can't tell secrets, Keith.
Have you had to twist his arm?
No, not at all. I mean...
Before the Golden Slippers, starting an odds-on favourite, the Phantom Chance was chasing his 9th consecutive win in the Group 1 New Zealand Stakes. Also on the line was a trip to Sydney for the AJC Derby.
Going nicely, 2 lengths now on Kiss. On the inside to Lurk, just been urged along there, followed Whitford Hill. Over on the outside then to Young Pirate. Here's the Phantom Chance track coming into it, followed Ocean Liner, Regal Span. Into the straight though, 400 left to go, and it's Solve It. By a length and a half to Kiss, followed then by Young Pirate, and behind him Whitford Hill. Now here's the Big Chestnut winding up down the outside, but Solve It meantime 2 lengths on Kiss, followed by Whitford Hill. The Phantom Chance and Young Pirate, but Solve It's got their measure. Whitford Hill switching through on the inside, coming home pretty well, but Solve It is cleared right out in the New Zealand Stakes, and Solve It, a nice win for David Walsh. Second home, Whitford Hill, 3rd Kiss.
Jockey David Walsh made it 2 Group 1 wins for the day when Solve It.
It's a Naturalism win. There were some worries, but the thing about him is the quality comes through at the end, and right on the line, he looks really good.
900 metres out, they race up the hill, 500 out, and Gifted Poet says, catch me if you can. In front by a length and a half, nearly 2 now to Wee Tulta. Century Reigns in third place, followed by Upwards. Naturalism is starting to cruise up on the outside of those. They come around the turn, although Dittman's giving him a little bit to do now as they swing for home, and Gifted Poet straightened up in front of Wee Tulta. Naturalism has now called for the big effort. He's struggling a little bit to get on terms with these leaders, and further out, Thrifty Reserve. Now Naturalism hitting top gear is coming at Gifted Poet. Gifted Poet still in front. Naturalism is getting to him. A little Thrifty Reserve on the outside. Naturalism has grabbed the lead, and he got there by enough to swear by. Naturalism has won from Gifted Poet, and Thrifty Reserve on the outside, pretty tight for second, followed by Wee Tulta, Upwards and Century Reign.
Well, like all outstanding horses or sports people, he did find something on the line. What did you think of Naturalism yesterday?
Oh, Naturalism never lets anybody down. He had his critics at Canterbury. He was struggling to beat Thrifty Reserve. Thrifty Reserve is an old-timer, handy old horse, but certainly not a great horse. Naturalism was able to overcome it. I'm a Naturalism supporter. Yesterday, next Saturday against Viander Cross, the Arc de Triomphe from the Japan Cup. I want to be with him all the way.
The world's the limit. The world's his oyster.
Before the Golden Slipper Stakes, most of the serious contenders for the $2 million race have been sorted out. Placed third in the Blue Diamond, the John Hawkes trained Justice Prevails was certainly among them following this win.
Social Path, the leader, straightening up. He got away from Headstrong. Keltresis coming after him quickly, and they're clear of Justice Prevails, who's going to come home well at the 200. Social Path tackled by Keltreese, who went past him. Justice Prevails on the outside is a big danger, though. Justice Prevails is coming at Keltreese, and they've come right away from the others. Justice Prevails was never travelling in the race. That's the first time he's been on the bit going over the line, and he won easily from Keltreese and Sparkling.
With a win in race record time, Justice Prevails booked himself a place in the Golden Slipper field.
By Gem of the West, Silver Scar.
The long-awaited return clash between Naturalism and Viander Cross took place in the Ranvet Stakes.
Go past the 800 mark. Dr. Grace in front and led by a length on Mahia, who's keeping in touch. Naturalism is now in a pocket on the inside of Viander Cross as they come to the 600 mark. Further back is Rough Habit, followed by Native Neptune, and then Telesto and Sub-Zero last as they near the corner. Dr. Grace with the inside running just led Mahia. Naturalism is being pushed along by Dittman. Viander Cross on his outside, and they're well clear of Native Neptune and Rough Habit as they turn the corner. Mahia immediately headed Dr. Grace. Viander Cross is now winding up. There's room between them for Naturalism. It's taking him a while to get going. The filly Mahia still in front. Viander Cross on the outside coming at her. Naturalism on the fence, and Rough Habit is getting home well. Viander Cross goes for home. Viander Cross is drawing away from Mahia and Naturalism. Well done, Jimmy Walker. Viander Cross beat Naturalism, and the score is now 2-all between them for Naturalism. It's taking him a while to get going. The filly Mahia still in front. Viander Cross on the outside coming at her. Naturalism on the fence, and Rough Habit is getting home well. Viander Cross goes for home. Viander Cross is drawing away from Mahia and Naturalism. Well done, Jimmy Walker. Viander Cross beat Naturalism, and the score is now 2-all between the champions. Mahia third.
Goes on to the BMW. I mean, Tokyo's a long time ago, but you just wonder whether Naturalism's been slightly disadvantaged in this campaign because of Tokyo and having to go on a little longer than Viander Cross. John, watching from Flemington yesterday, your thoughts on Viander Cross and Naturalism?
Firstly, I thought Viander Cross was superb, Bruce. It was an excellent performance and very well ridden. We'll talk about that later.
Betting ring before the race was that Naturalism was jaded. We wouldn't see the best of Naturalism. I don't think we did see the best of Naturalism, yet I don't know at this stage whether the best of Naturalism is better than Viander Cross. Viander Cross is an outstanding horse. I'm not going to wipe Naturalism after one defeat. It's 2-all, but nevertheless, I've now got that nagging doubt.
Across in New Zealand, Dave O'Sullivan trained his 5th Group 1 winner of the season in the Manawatu Sires Produce Stakes.
Over towards the 600, Gobin still a length and a half now from Snap, and on the inside, Euphorica Lad. Starstruck, Popperini and Justice Swift, Country Talk, Romar locked away from Bobby Harris. They were followed by the outside, and Billy Main's tailed off. Round the turn they come, Gobin still about to be gathered in by Snap. In behind them, angling out is Euphorica Lad, followed by Romar and Bobby Harrison on the outside, Starstruck battling. They're followed by Country Talk, but Snap's gone away from them. Out by 2 or 3 lengths now from Gobin, still he's a late run from Romar and Bobby Harris, and down the outside, Seastay running on late, but it's all snap. He's going to win it easily. The battle's going to be for second. Seastay got up. It was a great run by Seastay. Romar...
Snap's win in the Sire's Produce gave her sire, Kingdom Bay, his second Group 1 winner of the season.
Filly win the Golden Slipper. Let's have a look at Bint Masqué winning her race yesterday, the Magic Night. She looked pretty impressive.
Bint Masqué is the leader and straightened up about 3/4 on fitting with Peggy Ann off the track. Right behind those Trista Love, who's flat to the boards, turning for home. And then Miss Prospect and Leaping Gull, followed by Janelle again in the straight 300 out, and Bint Masqué booted away. Bint Masqué put about 2.5 lengths on fitting, and Trista Love, who's getting going again, followed by Miss Prospect and Peggy Ann. But it's all Bint Masqué, 100 out. This is the real Bint Masqué today. She's streaking away and is going to record a ridiculously easy win. Won by 4 lengths, or a bit by Janelle again in the straight 300 out, and Bint Masqué booted away. Bint Masqué put about 2.5 lengths on fitting, and Trista Love, who's getting going again, followed by Miss Prospect and Peggy Ann. But it's all Bint Masqué, 100 out. This is the real Bint Masqué today. She's streaking away and is going to record a ridiculously easy win. Won by 4 lengths, or a bit less, pulling up over Trista Love. Miss Prospect has run third.
But on Bint Masqué, that is the best performance as far as raw talent is concerned we've seen leading up to the Slipper. But she's got to have more than raw talent to win the Slipper. That
Look at the Golden Slipper for market. Bint Masqué is a hot favourite. The draw and the conditions, if it's wet at all, let you...
And they're all set.
Another Freedman star took centre stage. With regular rider Damien Oliver back in the saddle, Scalacci led all the way in the George Ryder Stakes.
700 out, Scalacci led over Spearman. Welcome Night going up to make a line of 3. 2 lengths away, Kinjate now being ridden along, followed by Durbridge, Soho Square, Primacy in on the fence, and then Big Dreams, Deposition, Calm Bomb, Excited Angel, and Planet Ruler last, but taking off as they turn the corner. Into the straight, Scalacci the leader, Spearman on the outside is keeping him busy. Primacy has run up on the fence behind those leaders. Dittman's trying to get between them now. There's a split coming, followed by Welcome Night and Durbridge at the 200. Scalacci clear, Primacy's after him now. Primacy out of the pocket is coming after the grey flash. Scalacci still in front. Primacy can't get to him. Scalacci holding on, and he's run the 1500 all right. Scalacci wins the rider. Soho Square flew. Might have got second, a nose in front of Primacy. Then Deposition and...
The George Ryder was Scalacci's last win in season 92-93. The 4-year-old had 9 starts for 6 wins, including 3 Group 1 victories, and lifted his career earnings to $1.87 million.
And so we come to Golden Slipper Day at Rose Hill. In the Ansett Australia Stakes, a traditional lead-up to the AJC Oaks, the Bob Thompson trained Slight Chance won the 5th Group 1 race of her career.
Coming to the corner, 600 out, and Flitter is the leader from Orsay. Mingling Glances burst. Hillary's Pride is out deep. Now Slight Chance has strung up for a run between horses coming around the corner, and then Miltac followed by Village Dancer and Pomperia. Heads a turn for home, and Flitter the leader from Orsay on the outside. Then Mingling Glances, Burst is putting in a dash. Slight Chance is starting to wind up on the outside as they come to the 200 mark, where Burst hit the lead to be tackled by Slight Chance on the outside, and the pair of them have quickly come away. Slight Chance takes about a half-length lead on Burst. Slight Chance is starting to draw away in the last bit. Burst is trying hard, but Slight Chance is too good, and she overcomes a checkered run to beat Burst. Orsay looks to have run third just in front.
Jim Cassidy's Mount Justice Prevail started fate.
All set. Stalls open, they're away in the Golden Slipper. There's a great start, and Bint Masqué on the extreme outside is about the first out. Jet Ball and Moss Rocket began brilliantly with Rose's Image and Gem of the West. Rock Review is away quickly, the rider trying to get in closer, followed by Sports Works. Justice Prevails as absolute last. To the turn, 500 to go. Moss Rocket is taken to the lead. Bint Masqué second, Rose's Image third, followed by Keltrees. Jet Ball can't get on the track, and then Sports Works and Gem of the West and Wellback Star of Nouvelle, followed by Rock Review and Capablanca. Danger's in front of about 3, and Justice Prevails as last. Moss Rocket is in front at the 300. Bint Masqué the first to go after him. They're a mile in front of Keltrees and Rose's Image, followed by Jet Ball, but it's Bint Masqué. Mighty Mick drives the filly to the lead, Bint Masqué, and she is straighting them. Look at her go. Bint Masqué coming away to record a brilliant slipper win. Justice Prevails down the outside has come from last to get second. Mile in front of Keltrees and Rose's Image, followed by Jet Ball, but it's Bint Masqué. Mighty Mick drives the filly to the lead, Bint Masqué, and she is straighting them. Look at her go. Bint Masqué coming away to record a brilliant slipper win. Justice Prevails down the outside has come from last to get second.
Yes, a great win, a mighty second by Justice Prevails after the race. A high. I think the interesting thing, Keith, that's come out of this is that we were saying it was an ordinary year for 2-year-olds, and suddenly we've got two very good ones in Bint Masqué and Justice Prevails. Yes. They could be outstanding.
Well, I think so, Bruce. We won't see
in a return bout against Justice Prevails, but I do think that Justice Prevails put up an outstanding performance. It would be a very good contest. And as I said,
race record, is she something very special?
Yeah, I think she'll be, you know, an absolutely outstanding filly. She is already, but I mean, at 3, you know, with a pedigree, she should train on and make a Guineas Oaks filly too.
Will she race again this autumn?
No, she's going straight to paddock.
Lee, Cox Plate, Caulfield Cup, Melbourne Cup, now the Golden Slipper. What's left?
There's a steeplechase in the middle of the year.
Don't you love him? What a personality that man is. He's also yesterday in the Doncaster. Max wrote during the week that he felt it was second now to the Melbourne Cup since it's been increased to $1 million, and the quality of the field yesterday was arguably the greatest in the long history of the event.
Well, a lot of people appreciated that too, Bruce.
Do you believe this race has gone past the Golden Slipper as the great race now in Sydney?
I believe it has gone past the Golden Slipper as a great race, as a better race. I think the fact that it caters for better, older, more seasoned horses over a fairer distance, 1,600 metres.
Let's have a look at the Doncaster.
Stand by. Gates open, they're off in the Doncaster. Naturalism is a little slow to move. He missed it almost a length, and Ghost Story also dwelt. Bouncing out in front, Gifted Poet, Primacy fast away. First turn, and Gifted Poet the leader. Welcome Night second, Primacy third, Skating fourth. Then Scalacci, Soho Square, Durbridge off the track, followed by Blue Boss, Excited Angel, and Kinjate. And Pharaoh very wide at the 800 mark, followed by Mannerism. Further back is Corndale, and then Prince Salieri, followed by Big Dreams. Naturalism is a mile back with Planet Ruler, Ghost Story, Deposition, and Brawago absolute last as they come to the corner in the Doncaster. Gifted Poet the leader. In second place is Primacy. Running third as they swing the corner is Welcome Night, followed by Skating, Soho Square. Scalacci easing out about 5 deep to make his run, followed by Durbridge, and then Pharaoh, and further back Prince Salieri as they top the rise. Gifted Poet tackled on all sides. Skating getting the rails run. Primacy joining in his Soho Square. Welcome Night and Scalacci can't go on, but the filly Skating burst to the lead. Soho Square coming after her. Jimmy Cassidy shooting for the double. Skating just in front. Soho Square inch by inches wearing her down. They walk to the line. Skating has won the Doncaster. Skating held out Soho Square. Now third we've got Gifted Poet, Prince Salieri.
Mannerism was fifth, just behind Prince Salieri, protested against Gifted Poet, third horse dismissed. The quality, I think, of Skating is not only the barrier, the fact she had the same weight as Primacy, who's a colt, and she was a filly. It was a fantastic ride, and Max spoke with Grant.
In the winner, Bruce, she's the only filly in the field, barrier at 19, a great performance from Skating.
Not a bad idea. What a ride by Cooksley, and what an outstanding filly she is.
The handicap mile, I thought Naturalism was very disappointing. Like Max, I'm a great fan of Naturalism.
Well, I thought he was unlucky.
What?
Did you?
Extremely unlucky.
I can't believe, Keith, what have you had in the scones today? We call them scones. Some may say that they're hash cakes after a statement like that. Scalacci struck a lot of trouble. Scalacci was beaten 2 3/4 lengths.
You mean Naturalism?
Naturalism, 2 3/4 lengths. It was a mighty performance. Perhaps he's not quite the Naturalism we saw in the spring, but don't take anything away from his run yesterday. He was giving his all at the finish. Maybe he just wasn't good enough on the day, but it was one hell of a run.
I thought he was a bit unlucky,
Keith.
Did you? He missed the kick a bit, and then he got squeezed out at about the 1,000 metres.
Okay,
Mentioned in the stewards' reports 3 times.
OK, I don't entirely subscribe to that theory anyway.
Events, one of which was the Queen Elizabeth Stakes. The race had only 4 starters, 2 of which were trained by John Wheeler.
Cassidy on Rough Habit is watching Viander Cross as they come around the turn. He's going to hold that horse in behind the leader, but the cutaway's coming up now. By gee, the leader got away here, Durbridge. He's got 2.5 lengths on Viander Cross and Rough Habit. They're both battling to pick him up at the moment. Durbridge is still in front, coming to the 200. Inch by inch, Viander Cross and Rough Habit are getting to him, but Durbridge is clear with 100 to go. Viander Cross is the one to come after him. Durbridge shifted a bit. Viander Cross has nailed him now. Viander Cross grabs the lead in the shadows of the post. Go, Vandy. Viander Across draws away to beat Durbridge. Rough Habit third. Now, by gee, the leader got away here, Durbridge. He's got 2.5 lengths on Viander Cross and Rough Habit. They're both battling to pick him up at the moment. Durbridge is still in front, coming to the 200. Inch by inch, Viander Cross and Rough Habit are getting to him, but Durbridge is clear with 100 to go. Viander Cross is the one to come after him. Durbridge shifted a bit. Viander Cross has nailed him now. Viander Cross grabs the lead in the shadows of the post. Go, Vandy. Viander Cross draws away to beat Durbridge. Rough Habit third.
The Queen Elizabeth Stakes was the last run of the season for Kiwi star Viander Cross. With 5 Group 1 victories in 92-93, the 4-year-old boosted his career earnings to $2.58 million.
No harm from her run in the Derby. Slight Chance took her place in the AJC Oaks field. Starting favourite, the filly was out to emulate Research, the last filly to win the VRC AJC Oaks Double.
Benedictine Miltac. Slight Chance's second last, about 7 or 8 lengths off the lead, and tailed off as Filament coming around the turn. Mingling Glances just the leader as they turn over World Mission. 3 deep as Burst, going up 4 deep. Lady Agnes Mahia waiting for Burst, going up 4 deep. Lady Agnes Mahia waiting for the cutaway. A gap then to Tempest Command, and Slight Chances spotting them a fair start as they come over the rise. Mingling Glances on the inside, still in front of Mahia. Lady Agnes trying to get to them, followed by Slight Chance, who's starting to wind up now, but Mahia, this spectacular looking filly, has raced clear 100 out over Mingling Glances. Lady Agnes and Slight Chance getting home doggedly. Mahia's running off the track near the post. She's wayward, but she's good. And Graham Begg wins the Oaks with Mahia. Slight Chance will be...
Continuing the family tradition, young Randwick trainer Graham, bred and raced by the Arrowfield Group, Mahia is the first filly by Sir Tristram to win the AJC Oaks.
Age Stakes. Mick Dittman was going for a hat-trick of Group 1 wins on Naturalism. The odds-on favourite.
They're packed up very tightly on the corner. Kinjate led. In fact, he got away from Equidity as they straighten up. Big Dreams on the outside. Then Mighty Tango, followed by My Eagle Eye, Prince Salieri, and his Detman taking Naturalism to the extreme outside. And he's starting to sprint as they top the rise, and going with him is Rough Habit. Kinjate still in front at the 200 mark and is going strongly. Clear of My Eagle Eye, Naturalism and Rough Habit coming right down the outside. Kinjate still in front now. Rough Habit's got him. Rough Habit on the extreme outside has reached the lead from Naturalism and My Eagle Eye, and Rough Habit wins the all-age. Rough Habit beat Naturalism. Third's hard to line up. Kinjate still in front now. Rough Habit's got him. Rough Habit on the extreme outside has reached the lead from Naturalism and My Eagle Eye, and Rough Habit wins the all-age. Rough Habit beat Naturalism. Third's hard to line up.
The mighty Rough Habit chalked up his 9th Group 1 victory and took his...
Two great horses there. Ron, Rough Habit's off to Brisbane. He's going to try and do what he has done for the past 2 years, win the Doomben Cup and the Stradbroke, win the double. It's going to be tougher this year because the races are in reverse. The Doomben Cup, 2,020 metres. Then 2 weeks later, back to 1,400 metres.
Had a slightly new look. Previously run during their summer carnival, the Australasian Oaks was moved to become the feature race on the opening day. Western Classic goes to Darkwood Beach, and here comes Our Tristalite on the outside with a good finish. Our Tristalite and Western Classic at the 200. Our Tristalite swept past Western Classic. Darkwood Beach, and now the Penny charging home late, but it'll be too late now. Tristalite dived away from them, and Our Tristalite's going to win the Group 1. Schweppes Australasian Oaks by about 2.5 Western Classic. Third, the Penny. Champion stallion Sir Tristram produced yet another Group 1 winner with Our Tristalite. The filly became individual number 39 to succeed at racing's highest level. It has been a few seasons since the George Hanlon stable has had a genuine Melbourne Cup contender, but with the winner of the South Australian Derby, a definite candidate has emerged. The others in the straight they race. Our Pompey the leader on the outside. Centreway's the danger. Centreway comes after Our Pompey. Our Pompey still holds a length with 110 to go. Our Pompey still a length and a half. Now 2 in front with 50 to go, and Our Pompey takes the Malaysia SA Group 1 Derby. Freshened up after.
Have a look at her win, Ron, because she was most impressive in winning the Oaks.
Our Tristalite's making a run, and back behind them, held up along the inside, Pompey Lady. Precious Poppy to the extreme outside, Lady Honora, as they turn, and True Pearl in the straight. Our Tristalite, the grey has cruised up on the outside. She slipped into another cog and dropped them. She's got away. Our Tristalite at the 200, 2, 3 in front. Looking at the minors, that's where the interest lies. Coming hard down the outside, True Pearl, still there, Kingston Spirit and Prime again, but
but this is as soft as win as you'd see in any Group 1 race. He's merely flicked that whip at her, and Our Tristolite wins by 3. Second prime again.
Formerly trained by Dave O'Sullivan, Our Tristolite was prepared for her Oaks double by Bart Cummings. The filly...
Spirit and prime again, but this is as soft as win as you'd see in any Group 1 race. He's merely flicked that whip at her, and Our Tristolite wins by 3. Second prime again, third placing to Kingston Spirit.
Tristolite, how good is she, this Bart Cummings filly who's won both the Oaks now in Adelaide over the last couple of weeks?
Oh, she's the most exciting filly I've seen here in Adelaide for goodness knows how long. She just grabs you by the heart and wants to make you run with her. She just cruised up to them on the home turn yesterday as though the others were nailed to the deck. She's just so exciting, and he's a genius, Bart Cummings. You know, he comes back from this filly, Our Tristolite. She could be absolutely anything in the spring.
She'll be a mare next season, might win the Caulfield Cup.
Well, I think, Keith, the Cup will head your way. I think Colin Alderson will take the Cup home for his connections with Big Baron. He ran second in the race last year to Pay the Derby winner, Check That Style, etc., are as good as subs.
Ron said he's a sprinting stayer, and he was just absolutely outstanding.
They're bunching up now. Double Gin, still the lamplighter, shows the way a length in front. Our Pompeii has raced to him very quickly. Del Mar is next, and they were followed then by, on the inside, Immersion. Big Baron is starting to pack guns out deep, and then came Head Cutter, followed further back by Toy Image, and still Azam trying to get clear. Our Pompeii and Double Gin turn for home clear. Head Cutter and Big Baron behind them, giving ground Immersion. Del Mar still there, and they were followed further out on the track by Ramyar and Azam. Our Pompeii the leader, Head Cutter and Big Baron running on. Our Pompeii inside the 200. I reckon with 200 to go, the 3-year-old Our Pompeii is going to complete the Derby and the Adelaide Cup double. He'll win, and he'll win very, very easily indeed. Here's a stayer of the future. Our Pompeii in the Racavola's colours by 5. Second, well, it's an all 3-year-old finish. I think Check That Style, and on the outside, Head Cutter for the minors.
3-year-olds have got a terrific record in the race.
Well, Our Pompeii's win was sensational. He took off a long way from home, and if ever they were going to test him at 2 miles, it was the perfect way to do it, and he came through with shining colours. I spoke to Mr. Racavolis a little while later on the phone, a couple of days afterwards, and surprisingly, they're probably aiming more for the Cox Plate with him rather than the Caulfield Melbourne Cups, so that...
Well, it's a great job being a race caller, particularly when outstanding horses win against the odds and achieve history. And it happened yesterday at Doomben when Rough Habit won the Doomben Cup for the 3rd time. And I know for Wayne...
100 left to go, and Corndale first for home for Play or Pay. Kiwi Golfer Pellet on the outside. Slight Chance has gone back into the field, and Rough Habit has pulled to the outside and given full bore in the straight, and Kiwi Golfer and Pellet went up to take the lead together. Rough Habit coming on the outside. Kiwi Golfer Pellet. Rough Habit is chiming in. Listen to the crowd roar. Rough Habit takes the lead. Jimmy Cassidy, Rough Habit. 3 Doomben Cups in succession. What a horse. Rough Habit has got up the win from Kiwi Golfer. 3rd Pellet.
Up on the outside, Kiwi Golf for the middle. Here comes Rough Habit on the outside. Jockey Jim is starting to go for him now. He's bringing him with a great run. He might do it, Rough Habit. He's hit the lead from Kiwi Golfer. By crikey, he's going to do it. That's 3 Doomben Cups. Well done, champ. Rough Habit first.
In winning his 3rd successive Doomben Cup, the remarkable Rough Habit recorded the 10th Group 1 victory of his career. From 5 starts, the 6-year-old has won 24 races for prize money totalling $3.26 million.
Oh, bless his little heart, Rough Habit. John Wheeler was absolutely delighted after the race.
Have you seen a reception like that for a horse?
No, I haven't. I've never experienced anything like that. It's fantastic, yeah.
They love him here, don't they?
Oh, yeah, and so they should, you know. He's a great horse, and he's no oil painting, but he's fantastic, isn't he?
Through with flying colours for us. One of the great moments in Queensland's racing history yesterday at Doomben, and he's still an all-out champion.
Well, you won't get many arguments there, Wayne. But still a major story there with 4 of the top riders in Australia all being outed. Let's go to the Oaks. Di has a beautiful run all the way. Slanchivar, the disappointment, sitting outside the leader, and Slight Chance parked in the box seat.
Down the side, 900 out from the judge, and the leader is Philomena Link Slanchivar. Slight Chance third, the rails. Di might need a touch of luck shortly. Rambunctious, Slanchivar second, Rambunctious third. Slight Chance going to go for the run on the rails. Is there enough room? Di get through on the rails on Slight Chance, and she's coasting 300 out. Slight Chance went to the lead from Philomena Slanchivar, Daisy Do, and a hug and Royal Tiara from Lady Cloud. But Slight Chance raced away with 100 metres left to go. Yeah, she's home, Slight Chance. She's well clear. Royal Tiara's making up a lot of ground late, but this has been another great ride to Shane Dye. Slight Chant wins the Oaks. Second Royal for the run on the rails. Is there enough room? Dye get through on the rails on Slight Chance, and she's coasting 300 out. Slight Chance went to the lead from Filament Slancy Far, Daisy Do, and a hug and Royal Tiara from Lady Cloud, but Slight Chance raced away with 100 metres left to go. Yeah, she's home, Slight Chance. She's well clear. Royal Tiara's making up a lot of ground late, but this has been another great ride to Shane Dye. Slight Chant wins the Oaks. Second Royal Tiara tight for third.
And horses that do well in Brisbane one year keep going back and doing well again the next year. Shane Dye wasn't.
Yeah, she's just a class above them, there's no doubt about that. It's just a shame she couldn't win the 3 Oaks. She was very unlucky second in Sydney, but there's no doubt she's the best 3-year-old filly in Australia.
Keith, some great racing in Queensland. Wayne, would Keith get an argument with you there? She's now won 6 Group 1 races.
Yes, no, sure, you get no argument from me, Bruce.
Having prepared the winners of Australia's 4 most prestigious races this season, the Freedman brothers blazed a Group 1 trail that is unlikely to be repeated again. Their amazing run continued in the Sires Produce Stakes at Eagle Farm.
It's Santiago Bell slipping away from them at the 300. Leads by a length on Mahogany. Here he comes, Mahogany. Pimpala Sun has pulled to the outside and he's running on gamely. Mahogany's hit the front now from Santiago Bell and he's shot away. Looks as though he's got it won. Pimpala Sun trying hard on the outside, but it's all Mahogany. Mahogany's far too good in the run to the post. He scores well. Pimpala Sun second. Santiago Bell third, and look at...
1,400 metres. Rough Habit wore blinkers for the first time in his quest to win the Stradbroke Handicap for the 3rd successive year. Rough Habit ran a great race. However, it was a rising star from the Bart Cummings stable who blitzed the opposition.
Good start except for Rough Habit, who missed the kick and he dropped to the tail of the field, and Victory 800 out. Victory Day is the Kiwi golfer Ken Fair. Deposition looking for the way out. Never Under Charge has gone up about 8th on the home turn, just behind those. Pharaoh's a long way back, and Rough Habit's looking for ground with Blondin, then Excited Angel. Chortle led 400 out from Victory Day, followed by Insinuate. Over pitch coming on the outside. Dan Jika running home. Pharaoh can't get out. Here comes Never Under Charge. He's given full bore on the outside. 250 out. Chortle the leader. Never Under Charge. Stephen King gathered in the reins. The 3-year-old burst to the lead with 100 metres left to go. Are we looking at the next sprinting champion of Australia? Sure we are. Never Under Charge. Shades of Divide and Rule won by 4 lengths to either Dan Jiki. Pharaoh's in a photo with Deposition Rough Habit. Coming on the outside, Dan Jika running home. Pharaoh can't get out. Here comes Never Under Charge. He's given full bore on the outside. 250 out. Chortle the leader. Never Under Charge. Stephen King gathered in the reins. The 3-year-old burst to the lead with 100 metres left to go. Are we looking at the next sprinting champion of Australia? Sure we are. Never Under Charge. Shades of Divide and Rule won by 4 lengths to either Dan Jiki. Pharaoh's in a photo with Deposition Rough Habit.
Hit the front now. 300 metres to go. Chortle got a length on Insinuate and Bucks Pride. Coming to the outside over pitch, and here comes Never Under Charge. He's unwinding with a great run on the outside. He swooped on those leaders, and Never Under Charge has raced to the front now from Bucks Pride and Chortle. Look at him go the last little bit. Oh, he's a beauty all right. Never Under Charge is racing away, and he scores in the Stradbroke, and he's won it by 4 lengths. How good is he?
Having his first... King can judge a good horse.
The way, you know, when you come and beat horses like that today by 4 lengths, you've got to be an exceptional sort of horse to do that.
Well, we reckon we might have seen a new champion yesterday, Never Under Charge, winning the Stradbroke Handicap. Talking about Cox Plates, maybe taking on the whole world, Keith Hillier. What's your feeling about Never Under Charge?
Oh, I think he's a very exciting horse, Bruce. Only 10 or 11 starts. He's won 7. His stakes have gone past $500,000. But it's far too premature to be talking about the Cox Plate. I mean, no Stradbroke Handicap winner, to my records, has won a Cox Plate in the same season. Kingston.
Race for the greatest horses in Australia.
Yes, I do. Keith, I'll argue with you. I think Never Under Charge is the ideal horse for a race like the Cox Plate. He's a bit raw at the moment, but a raw horse winning a Stradbroke Handicap as he did yesterday, 0.2 of a second outside of the record, and he went to the line with his head on his chest, 4 lengths in advance of the opposition. He's the ideal type of horse for a Cox Plate. He's got a great turn of foot, tremendous acceleration. Look out that he doesn't win the Cox Plate this coming spring. He's a very good horse, and imagine the...
itself, then keep an eye on Mahogany, a tough and genuine horse who gave the Freedman stable Group 1 success number 12 for the season.
They've got 300 metres to go. Waikikamuka's the one. He's moving up on the outside. He's coming up to Mahogany. Mahogany's just in front of Waikikamuka. It's Mahogany and Waikikamuka. They're fighting it out. Gem of the West can't win. Mahogany the inside. Waikikamuka. Stride for stride. Nose for nose. They split it all close. Very close. Mahogany or Waikikamuka. Up to Mahogany. Mahogany's just in front of Waikikamuka. It's Mahogany and Waikikamuka. They're fighting it out. Gem of the West can't win. Mahogany the inside. Waikikamuka. Stride for stride, nose for nose, they split it all close, very close. Mahogany or Waikikamuka, maybe Mahogany, but there's
Starting from a wide barrier, Mahogany defied all challenges to lead all the way in the Castlemaine Stakes. Owned by prominent racing identity Lloyd Williams, Mahogany is the second Group 1 winner of the season for Last Tycoon.
Comparisons, I think Mahogany at this stage would beat Never Under Charge in the Cox Plate.
Do you? All right.
Mahogany, but there's
Starting from a wide barrier, Mahogany defied all challenges to lead all the way in the Castlemaine Stakes. Owned by prominent racing identity Lloyd Williams, Mahogany is the second Group 1 winner of the season for Last Tycoon.
Comparisons, I think Mahogany at this stage would beat Never Under Charge in the Cox Plate.
Do you? All right.
The Australian Racehorse of the Year award has become one of the industry's most sought-after accolades. The prestigious award. This year, New Zealand horses became eligible for the first time, and we may have to grow accustomed to the trophy crossing the Tasman.
Racehorse of the Year is Viander Cross.
Viander Cross was a runaway winner of the top award, polling more votes than the three other nominees, Naturalism, Scalacci and Rough Habit, put together.
Viander Cross has got up the score from the stablemate Rough Habit.
Rags to riches story after being bought in a package deal for only $1,000, Viander Cross never missed a place in his 12 starts for the season. Top award, polling more votes than the three other nominees, Naturalism, Scalacci and Rough Habit, put together. Rags to riches story after being bought in a package deal for only $1,000, Viander Cross never missed a place in his 12 starts for the season.